Welcome to the Winds of Chaos, the Dungeons & Dragons campaign where you can influence the course of the game. You can harness the Winds of Chaos, this nefarious force of change sweeping across the lands of Gondara, by donating bits during the stream to help or hinder our heroes. For 300 bits, our heroes may find a useful, mundane, non-magical item. For 400 or 500 bits, you can buff the monsters that our heroes are facing with a minor or major mutation, respectively. Special thanks to our community's very own Bo the Distance for creating the random monster mutation table that we roll on for these redeems. For 600 bits, you can compel a player character's flaw. 700 bits grants inspiration to one player character. That's a reroll of a d20 during a clutch moment. And for 800 bits, you can make Flutter Die roll on the Wild Magic Surge table, our community's favorite. Flutter's character, Kiona, is a wild magic sorcerer. That means that she doesn't have full control over her arcane powers, and every now and then, well, you'll just have to wait and see what happens. Finally, subscribers to the Dungeon Masters channel, that's Twitch TV/GhostPepper, can harness the Winds of Chaos to blow a custom NPC or magic item of appropriate level into the party's path. Please DM me on Discord for more info. Oh, one last thing. If you're a regular supporter of this campaign and redeeming or subscribing or things like that are things that you do fairly regularly, please consider subscribing to our monthly coffee plan. We use the proceeds from that to go directly towards funding improvements to the game, music, artwork, subscriptions to different services that make our game that much better. Any monthly supporters get a free Major Monster Mutation, Wild Magic Surge, custom NPC, or magic item once per month. We really appreciate all of our coffee subscribers, all of our bits redeemers, and every single one of you who watches the game. Please enjoy the show. Oh!
Hello, everyone.
Hi, chat.
Hi guys, hi. Hi, let us know if you can hear everybody, please, because that's a thing.
Yeah. There's a couple of people feeling grody tonight.
Sorry. Yeah, I cannot have my lights on. I'm struggling to look at the screen. I'm sorry.
Unfortunately, this is a thing that is going around right now. Everybody seems to be getting real sick these days, so
Yeah.
it's a bummer.
Wolf is not muted. At least not on his side.
Yeah.
He's also probably not talking.
I was gonna say words or something, please.
He's
Flo.
actually refusing to talk.
Words or something?
Thank fucking.
Lenny, yeah,
Hi
yeah, I
guys,
can
welcome
hear him
to
the
D&D
normal amount.
Tuesday
Hello,
night.
everyone.
Oh my goodness. So can everybody hear everybody? That would be really cool. Just
wow.
everything. My goodness. Welcome to my chat room, Wolf. I apologize for the craziness. How's everybody doing?
So Megan is saying that Wolf and you are a little quiet.
Is this better? Do you need, I may have been using the wrong microphone. Is that better?
Listen, I'm just gonna move my mic closer to in front of me. So, is that better?
I just knock off my desk.
Wolf is still soft.
I don't know. Like
Okay, right.
you guys
turning him up.
sound the same to me.
All right. Oops. Speak.
Hello, it's me. It's Wolf. How is
Hello.
everyone tonight?
You're talking quietly on purpose.
Actually,
you
oh my God.
frickin' you are such a.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Oh my
Look,
goodness.
It's D&D ASMR edition.
Oh my goodness, you guys. Okay, so it
Roll
is.
for your third death save. Roll for your third death save. Oh, looks like you rolled a 1. You have died.
Awkward.
Ghost
That's
is really
okay. I
loud.
have 5 characters ready to go. You can't stop me.
Oh.
Okay.
That's a lie. But anyway.
For the sake of headphone users, please turn him down. Is Ghost speak normally? I don't know.
I am speaking normally right now. This is
Is
pretty
that very
normal for me.
loud for everybody? I don't.
This is just
understand.
Ghost Pepper. I mean, he's a loud boy.
Whoop equals gingerbread man. Confirmed.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's better? Okay. Alright, you guys. Everybody can hear Flumps too?
Hello, it's me. I'm talking normally. Hopefully, not super loudly.
Oh my goodness, you guys. I've missed you so much.
Right?
We only have to announce that we're talking normally because somebody's being a frickin' goober head.
Alright, it's good. According to
Oh my God.
You guys are terrible. Oh my goodness.
All right. Well, we'll see if having 5 spare characters waiting in the wings is enough for this session.
Yeah. Seriously.
Man, I don't want Kiona to die. As much as like I get her to the point where she's rolling for death a lot, I don't want her to die. You guys. Oh my goodness.
I don't want Kiona to die. Meanwhile, AC 13.
Listen.
Look, armor's overrated.
It's actually 12 now? Question mark? Why is it 12
Oh my
now?
god, you've gotta be
What
kidding me.
happened? No, because I have the gauntlets instead of the cloak. I don't know.
What even is...
It says 12 on the sheet.
Why is it 12? What? Hold on.
Didn't we have a discussion about this, Ghost Pepper? I feel like we talked about this, though, didn't we? Like we had a
There was a
full-on,
reason.
why
There
is
was
this?
a reason. You're right.
Yeah, we
Shoot.
did, and you refused to see reason. So.
I
whatever.
didn't. I did.
I will say, okay, so according to Kiona's sheet, shield would have helped 4 times, but it would have done nothing 6 times. So if her
but
accounting
that's
is
because
correct,
her AC is so low.
well, yeah,
like-
true. When it's already 12, like shield doesn't really help.
Listen,
Oh,
I can't do
God.
anything until the next level anyway, so there's nothing I can do to change any of that right now. Like,
I don't remember, Megan, but we definitely had this conversation before.
Yeah.
And there was a
yeah,
reason.
we
and
did,
I don't remember what
but
it
I need
was.
to make a new level to get mage armor. Bleh.
More.
I cannot
Armor.
switch spells
Armor?
without leveling first.
Fiona's
so...
European, okay? Armor.
Yes, because in the well-known European accent,
Hmm.
everybody says Major Moore. Hello, friends, I'm European.
Yep.
Okay. Holy.
What were we doing?
When
I
we
don't even
have-
know
Brain is like-
what is...
Oh.
Guys.
Welcome to D&D hour.
When Collie and I are like this, like, we
These
need.
guys are loopy
Woof.
tonight, so this is gonna
We
be
are.
an interesting
Oof.
This is
evening.
bad because this just gives me all the space to troll you guys. It's great.
Yeah,
Our
because
guys are
normally
tight
Collie
right
and I are the most freaking on topic.
Right. Listen, and that's the worst because ADHD Woof and I are not gonna be able to keep that shit together. So
Yeah, yeah.
The ADHD power hour.
let's see what chaos we
Okay.
can brew. Oh goodness, you guys.
All right, folks. Well, I have some thank yous to distribute out to the community, and while I do that, I'm gonna get our friends to think of the question of the day. If you have a D&D character or other TTRPG character that is near and dear to your heart, we would like to know your answer to the question of the day for that character, especially if they have been a guest character on this campaign. So the really warm-up question of the week is: what battle in the campaign has been the most memorable for your character? What battle in the campaign has been the most memorable for your character? And I'm curious, what battle in the campaign has been most memorable for you as a player as well? But while our friends think about their answers to this question, I want to first thank all of our coffee subscribers. Those are Bard Owl, ATM Zero, and Bruce Campbell Soup. Thank you all for your very generous ongoing support of our campaign. Your coffee subscriptions by subscription to Roll20, a subscription to Sirenscape, to World Anvil that we're slowly but surely assembling together. And all those little bells and whistles that make this campaign bigger than just 4 goobers sitting on Discord. So we really appreciate your generosity. Second thank you goes to Starborn Striker and Bow the Distance. Megan is in chat right now, in fact, and they are our resident rules lawyers. So whenever we need help with the rules, whenever there's a situation where 2 rules are coming together in a bit of a weird way, and we need a little bit of help remembering what the rules are as written so that we can promptly ignore them, Megan and Bo are always there to help us out. So thank you to both of you. And finally, thank you to Vinyl Stencil for helping smooth out the information and communicate things when it comes to the bits redeems, because this is the campaign where you can use your bits to influence the flow of gameplay, throw in extra obstacles or rewards in the path of the players, and Vinyl Stencil helps to organize all that info to make sure that I am able to continue the process of dungeon mastering. And of course, I would be remiss if I didn't thank all of you who are in chat just for being here and just for being you. We really appreciate you. We love the chat interaction with this campaign. We have met many friends through this campaign, and we are so grateful for each and every one of you being here, including Jay Chili, who just popped into the chat. Yeah. So, which battle in the campaign is the most memorable
for your character. Looking through to see what responses we have from the chat. Megan says one of the most memorable fights for me was the one where Darfin was doing the ritual to get rid of the undead thing because he couldn't use actions, but his passives were still useful to the party. I thought that was super cool. Yeah, the exercising the ghosts from the player home. LaCrue says, as DM, the most memorable battle I've had so far is my homebrew murder chicken encounters. Those blankers are tough as heck, and it's hilarious to watch my players freeze in fear whenever they hear the word cluck come from my mouth. Oh no. Lenny says for Alvin, it was definitely our big boss fight against Vecna. I watched that. I watched you guys do that. That looked fun. That looked pretty sweaty. For Dietrich, I think the fights we've avoided thanks to disguise self, invisibility, and high deception have been memorable moments. So that's, one thing I love about D&D is that there's more than one way to deal with an encounter. You don't need to actually battle it out. You can sometimes avoid encounters entirely through a wise application of spells and skills. Unless it's you guys, the discretionaries.
No, I mean...
I don't know if a FEMA answer works, but my favorite FEMA battle thing was when she trapped Krampus in her pocket dimension for a hot second during the Christmas Drunk D&D one-shot.
Yes.
That was so much fun. He was a bad boy. He needed a grandma moment.
Oh my gosh, right.
I just had, okay, when you just said that, I did Google search discretion, and part of it is being quiet and discreet.
But also
the
knowing when you don't.
Yeah, the freedom to decide what should be done in a particular situation. So technically.
So we're discreet when we want to, and we're not discreet when we don't want to be discreet. I think that
We make-
counts.
I don't want to hear this crap from you two. I don't want.
Come on, it's all tactical.
I am not
all
listening.
planned.
Yeah. Tactical
Oh my goodness,
dirt.
thank you for that follow,
It's
Room
like-
Wolf. Thanks for the lurk. Oh my goodness. Welcome, Rai. Hi, how you
Yeah.
doing? Joe, we love you.
Rai's here.
We
Joe's
love
here.
you,
Crew's here.
Joe.
Welcome, friends. Joe, the question of the week is, what is your character's most memorable battle? I would be most interested to hear what your character's most memorable combat encounter was from our Made RPG one shot that we did, the Beardy Punch. But players, what was your most memorable battle, and what was your character's most memorable battle?
That is
No.
a very hard.
You
one.
wanna go?
No.
Or you want me to
I was
go?
just saying that's a tough
Oh.
one because there's so many to choose from. Anyway, go
Yeah.
ahead.
No, mine. Okay, so Mazra's would be when I assume it's canon when we fought ourselves, because she realized that there's a version of herself that is a horrible weakling, and won't ever let that happen because fuck that version of herself. And for me, I kind of like the one where we fought the sandworm on the boat because
Yeah.
that could have gone really bad mechanically, but I think it worked out really well.
I think it did too. I feel like
Mhm.
that was a really fun one.
That was a big risk because I had no idea how to run an encounter like that. I was a little bit.
It worked out
I
though.
was a little bit
worked.
nervous.
Woohoo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It was very fun.
Drew a lot of inspiration from like Monster Hunter for that one. I thought that was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
Joe, when I tried to plant those dead fish, I liked
Yeah.
the one where they open the closet, instead of finding Joe kissing his love interest, he'd eaten him.
Yeah, yeah,
What?
yeah. Because Joe's Made RPG character was a succubus.
Amazing, amazing.
And he had a romance arc with the Streamer Mansion's head chef Fergus McAngus.
Oh my goodness.
Um,
Oh my goodness.
yeah. My favorite thing about that Maid RPG one shot was that Joe and Billy's characters, they had traits that they could hide, whereas Andrew's was that he had cat ears. So Andrew thought he was the weirdest one the whole time until the end when the other two revealed their traits, and he was like, wait, I was the most normal one this whole time.
That's fantastic. I love it.
That's so good.
I think for Kiona, it's the when she had a bank of surges backed up and she used them as a distraction to try to get to rescue the other group. That was Fima was there. There was a whole because it was the I don't remember when it was the
Oh,
what the
that was
name
when we were
was.
at that camp,
Yeah,
right?
that was
The
a
camp?
long time ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
the elite group or whatever.
Yes, the
Yeah.
League Squad or whoever
League
we were
Squad.
calling them.
Oh, when you burned all of your
Yeah.
wild magic surges.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was so cool.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I feel like the very first one, like the first learning to like how each other plays and like in the combat situation when we were very first together. I think that's a lot of fun.
Mm.
That was. Those are such good memories.
You know? Yeah.
Like, oh, I had no idea what I was doing. And
Right.
It was really, really fun learning. Like, Ghost did an amazing job on that.
How about Foodle?
Oh, gosh,
Yeah, it's your turn.
it's so hard to choose. You guys have some really good ones. I think. Oh man, I don't know which one to say, but I think the one that popped in my head first was the fight after we jumped through that portal that Mazra told us not to go through. It's like a freaking, just a dragon on the other side. I don't know what Mazra was worried about. And yeah, and then we all got wiped, and thankfully, something crazy is going on with Kiona, and we ended up living somehow.
You say
but,
thankfully
yeah.
now.
Right? I know. That may come back to bite us. Anyway, that was a very memorable fight.
We've had some good fights though. This has been a
Oh,
fun
yeah.
game.
Mm-hmm.
Or like when we did the Hydra and we demolished it, and Ghost Pepper was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
you guys?"
Yeah,
well,
yeah. That's like anticlimax
There's
right there.
still there's still an oil barrel in our bag of holding because
and later on, like even months later, I watched a video that was talking about like running encounters, and it was like, I've talked before about the problem with single monsters against your party. See Hydra, and I was like,
been there. Oh no.
Yep.
Oh, that's funny.
oh my goodness.
Oh jeez.
God. Yeah, tip to all the junior DMs out there. Do not throw the Hydra at a party at the listed appropriate level. I think it's like CR 8 or 9 or something like that. Do not throw it at your party when your party is level 8 or 9. throw it at them sooner.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, really.
it does not stand up to a party that's that high of level.
Yeah.
Oh well. Well, we are in the midst of another memorable moment, and that is the party has snuck into the Vintners Guild mansion. You have found an item that caused the ring that forgot her name, Eladir gave you to glow, knowing that this glow means that Arusian, the person that you've been searching for and trying to track down, was a former owner of this item. So one more clue getting you closer to uncovering the identity of the mastermind behind everything that's been going on this side of the Stormspire Mountains, and quite possibly on the other side as well. However, you ran into a bit of a snag in that you were unable to dimension door out of the mansion. There's some sort of enchantment surrounding not only the walls, but also the balcony, potentially like the guardrails of the balcony, I don't know, preventing you from teleporting out and triggering an alarm that has the guards currently swarming the grounds and the mansion itself, looking for any signs of a magical intrusion. At a loss for where to go, you climbed up to the 3rd floor through a hole in the ceiling that you found in one room to try to sneak your way back out of the mansion. And I will say, for the benefit of our friends... Okay, good. You can't hear that. For the benefit of our friends in chat, there was some secret discussions that were taking place. They briefly moved me out of the voice call during their planning. So there's some sort of plot or scheme
accusations.
afoot.
I don't know.
I'm to quote Cauliflumps, "Oh wait, I'm the server owner. I'll just move him so he can't hear us." Woof and Collie, you also have your flashbacks as well that you haven't used. So
Right.
we are running
Get on
like
it, guys.
a heist style encounter. Every character has a flashback where they can flash back to like something they did to prepare for a particular situation. Oh, Joe found the YouTube link. Okay, so anybody who hasn't seen the Made RPG one shot that I ran for Joe, Andrew, and Billy, I highly recommend you give that YouTube video a watch because it was crazy.
Check it out.
All right. That brings us to tonight's session of the Winds of Chaos. Grab
I really feel like, okay,
some appropriate
I'm
music.
imagining a hole, and I really feel like Kiona was in it.
Browse.
Listen.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Are we? Okay. Can we see through the hole that isn't there to the courtyard where our water elemental is?
No, because the courtyard where the water elemental is like way
Like
over
out
here, and
that
the
way.
hole in the floor is just straight down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there are
It's-
windows in
It's
this
out this way.
room and all?
Second of all, I'm using a pre-made map. Stop throwing shade at me for the hole not actually being there.
What? Oh.
Yeah. I hope you have some backup characters ready. Oh my goodness.
I can see it, Ghost. I can see it. Don't worry.
Thank you. Thank
I can
you.
see it in my mind.
Okay, so, well, now what?
Now we get out of here.
Yeah. I guess that way? And Foodle will point to the door.
Yeah, so you find yourself in a room. Just to remind you of the description. There's a couple of beds in here. There is a bookcase, a desk, and a couple of wardrobes, and a door right here.
We're gonna barricade and take a long rest. Kidding.
Ghost Pepper finds that not even remotely amusing.
Just a quick long rest, as one does, you know.
I'm gonna need you to roll a death save, but you have to roll it on a d10.
No. No.
All right. Okay. To refresh, Mazra's invisible.
Yes.
Kiona's a
Right.
tiefling.
Oh, I'll put a token on me for that.
Andrew is a spider.
Right.
And okay. I
Well,
mean-
we have.
Oh God. Sorry, I just looked at chat. Go ahead.
Oh God, that's terrible. I mean, I guess maybe we should go through the house and try to get to the other side.
Well, we have 2 exit options, so we should keep our thoughts on both of those.
Right.
Just keep your wits about you.
Right. Oh wait, sorry. That's. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Wait. Sorry, you guys. I'm so sick. Okay. Okay.
Apparently
I
it's
love it.
apparently it's Top
Poodle.
Hat Kiona Day.
Foodle like does a small cough and like wafts some smoke out the window, and shoves something in his bag, and then says, "Oh, okay, wait, no, hold on. Should I send Spy Drew out there to check?"
It could help. I can also go, considering. And she makes a motion to herself, but she's invisible, and she kind of just gives a little shrug.
Oh right, I don't even know where you are. Okay, yeah, good call. I'm gonna scoot up here out of the line of sight of the door, maybe even all the way in here.
Oh, right. I guess I'll move up there too.
And maybe I take Andrew with me, and I can talk to you through him. Does that work that way?
Yeah. Yeah, it'll work as long as, I can't hear anything that Kiona's doing.
Okay.
But she'll be able to hear me.
So, Masha will, if there's like a desk or something here, she'll like move around a little piece of paper with her finger so that Andrew can see where she is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you know what's weird, Ghost? I can't move Andrew. Or Spy Drew. be a permissions
Interesting,
thing.
because I duplicated the token.
Oh, yeah. Can I?
This
This one I can
hold
move.
on.
That's strange. Oh, there we go.
Okay. Can you move it now?
Yes. All right.
Oh.
All right, so Spy Drew just sort of crawls right over to Mazra and... Oh, wait, it doesn't know where Mazra is, does it? No, I don't think
Well,
it... Yeah.
Well,
Mazra's-
she moved a little piece of paper with her finger so that they could tell where she was.
Right, okay, so Spy Drew will head over there, and then Mazra can pick Spy Drew up.
Right. So she'll try and slip carefully out the door just to take a look around in this hallway.
Okay. I shall move Spy Drew out into the hallway. And Spy Drew, you see a long hallway lined with a red carpet, some torches up against the walls there. And the hallway goes for, about 30 feet before turning right.
And I move myself too.
Right, Mazra went out with Spy Drew.
Oh, yeah,
You went
yeah.
out with Spy Drew?
Yes.
Okay. My mistake.
Before I start flinging myself, my token around the map,
Right.
Yeah.
into the void.
There we go.
Okay. So this is one of those things, right?
Yeah, that's one of the crystal long-range communication devices that you've seen strewn about the compound.
So she'll like have Spy Drew in her hand and is like, "There's one of those crystals up here."
Is the room clear? Wait, I don't hear nothing. Foodles.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Foodle's just gonna basically repeat whatever Mazra says.
Okay.
The hallway is clear from what I can tell. Let me check the end of the hallway and then I'll report back.
All right.
And Foodle repeats that.
She's holding him as if he's like a
Right.
like a little. So she'll quietly move down the hallway and peer
Oh,
around.
Hold on.
Okay, let's stop.
Yeah, and as you are approaching that corner, yeah, you can peer around the corner.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, you see a large set of double doors right here, as well as another couple sets of doors that you know lead to the stairway. Up further north, the corridor veers again to the right, kind of forming a bit of a C shape around the perimeter of the mansion.
She's gonna check this door here, right here.
Okay.
And she'll gently try and open it.
Okay.
Okay.
So this room appears to be kind of a guest quarters of some kind. You see some adventuring equipment sort of strewn around, some travel packs and bedrolls, a pair of shields, some rather mundane looking weapons leaned up against the wall.
So she'll lift Spider and say, "There's a room down the hallway that's clear. You two should move down here so we can progress along together."
Assuming Foodle relates that.
Oh yes. Yep. Yeah. Sorry. Anything that
Kiona will
Mazra
take
says.
him by the arm and guide him out and down the hall to where Mazra is.
All right.
There's just like an open door, but she'll step aside so they can.
Yeah. And you pass another door right here as well. Just in case that's showing up with the dynamic lighting, we know that it's been an issue.
Oh yeah. I didn't know there was a door there, but now I do. This is good. I guess that makes sense because there's a big black area there, right?
Right.
I'm so sick.
Oh, flumps.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine.
All right. Well, yeah, maybe check those doors down at the end. We gotta be going downstairs at some point, right?
Yeah, I think over there, and she'll well, she can't really point right now, but the doors on this corridor on the right, I think, lead to the stairwell.
Right, that would make sense. That's where the other guards came up out before.
Mm-hmm. But for right now, I don't know how much of a reason we'll have to come up here. So.
Alright. Wait, there's big double doors here in the middle, and there's nothing at the top end? Question mark. Oh, there is, but that should. Well, okay.
Yeah, that's the door here, and then the corridor just sort of continues off to the right there.
Do you think that door at the end of the hallway leads to the same room with the desk at the bottom?
Might.
Were there stairs that went up? Can we remember if there was stairs that went up from that room?
There were stairs that went up from that room.
Like that continued up?
You know that they went up. Well, you don't know if they continued past the second floor.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe give those a try. See if that's the way down.
Right. So which one was she? Was she indicating this one or over here? Okay, the one.
No,
Okay.
the one at the very
So
end.
She'll take Spydrew with her again, and what she'll do is she'll kind of stick against the wall as much as she can, like not just walking down the middle of the hallway, and kind of walking. Actually, if this actually how it's meant to be, like there's wood and then there's carpet.
Yeah.
She's gonna actually make sure she's on the edge of the carpet, so her footsteps are quieter.
Okay.
And then she'll pause here and
Spydrew's going with
listen.
you.
Yeah, she'll
Yeah,
actually she'll wait here for a second and then have Spydrew like see if she'll whisper check, kind of
Whisper what? We missed, I think, this.
oh she'll like kind of have him check around the corner.
Oh, okay.
Spydrew jumps up and down slightly. God, I don't know. and then comes back to you.
Okay. She'll
Well,
pick
actually,
him up.
Yeah, I don't know. Spydrew doesn't know where you are, so it just
Okay.
stays where it is.
That's
on the
fine.
wall- on the floor there.
So I mean, maybe she can tell if a spider is alarmed by anything, but she'll take it if he's calm that it's okay. And then she'll kind of
Yeah,
come here.
Spydrew's just chilling. It jumps
Yeah.
up and down, and then it's
She'll-
just chilling.
So she'll pick him up again, and then she'll check this doorway right here.
Okay. You open this door, and you find a series of lavatories.
It's the bathrooms.
Foodle repeats that.
Rats.
Do we know if they have indoor plumbing? Is that a thing in this place?
Does it matter?
Foodle repeats that as well.
What?
as Mazra is musing to herself and
No, she's thinking, well, they have that tiny potion. Maybe we could make Foodle tiny and flush him down the toilet. Get him out.
God.
Oh my gosh. Said with respect and love. Anyway, she'll close the door. No, wait. She'll say, if you want to follow, you can come down the hallway and hide over here, I think.
Foodle repeats that.
All right.
'Cause he-
Well, she'll
Sure,
definitely
exactly.
lead him out into the hallway at least.
Oh.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
Well, we're gonna have to get down.
We are, and she'll whisper, what, can she even hear them? Because
We
they're kind
should
of
be
far
able to
away.
at this point. Well, I mean, we're only just down the hall from you.
Maybe she'll kind of, so you'll hear Majra's voice down this hallway. If this floor matches with the second floor downstairs, there may be a bedroom at the end with a window. We could maybe see what our options are.
Right.
So while you are standing here,
Great.
you hear through these doors the echo of footsteps striking stone stairs,
All right. Well, it looks
And
like that's our
the
choice. Let's go.
clank and tinkle of armor.
She's gonna grab Poodle and start running, and Mazra better get out of their way.
God.
Are they
Well-
going in the bathroom?
Foodle's going in the bathroom.
I was
My
gonna no.
gosh.
I was gonna try for the bedrooms that have windows potentially.
Sorry.
You're killing me.
Get your own. What are you doing?
All right.
And Foodle closes the door.
Majra's gonna like press herself against the wall, like right here.
What? They're gonna come out right across from you.
She's invisible.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay.
You sick too? just
Listen.
All right. And out into the corridor, step 1, 2, 3 guards.
Oh my god.
Are you sure you heard footsteps up here? Positive, sir. Could be just a old house creaking in the wind. No, we'll check it out anyway. You take the south wing. You the north. I'll wait by the stairs here. Yes, sir. The guards kind of start moving past. And this guard disappears into the room that you most recently vacated.
Good thing we didn't take anything.
Good thing we're not there still.
Oh god, yeah, that too.
I think we just wait. We try to wait out the patrol. Question mark.
Yeah.
I don't know that we have much choice.
So, Ghost, these latrines that we're in, there's no like windows or anything, I assume.
No.
Okay.
No.
Makes sense.
So these guys have
looking,
kind of
looking down at the toilet hole, Foodle, you think you might be able to fit through, but probably probably not your friends.
Jeez. Now, to I think Wolf had a good question. Where would Foodle know in general toilets of this type, like where they would go, like where the chute would go?
Roll an intelligence check.
Okay.
Or alternatively, this might be a situation where you could use your flashback.
happening,
Do you?
chat.
Right.
Although we did look up sewer information, so
That's true.
This is true. We
That's a good
did
point.
look up specifically that information in the town hall.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Does that help at all?
Not with this.
Okay. Okay, so you said intelligence. It's an intelligence check. Okay, well, technically... Oh, wait, well, I don't know. Anyway, I think it's a 7, but it doesn't matter. Oh, God.
You're pretty sure that the poop goes down, but you don't, other than that, you're at a loss.
Okay. Well, as quietly as he can, Foodle's actually going to... How tall is Foodle? Yeah, Foodle's gonna open the door and move here, drop a piece of fleece, and turn into a very similar looking barrel, and he'll just sort of hide in the barrel in the corner. Well, close the door
Okay.
and then do all that. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh my god, okay.
Right.
Can I hold a spell in case
Guards
somebody
kinda
opens the door
move, they
that is
switch
not Mazra?
rooms. That's awfully you mean the door to your stall?
If I feel like they're gonna open the door to my stall, yes.
Okay. What spell?
Polymorph.
You gotta. Okay.
Jeez, wait.
All right.
God, also a spider, I guess.
Okay. All right.
I don't have a lot of choices, Striker, okay?
The door to the lavatory
Oh, you did bring
opens.
him in here. Son of a bitch.
Straight up next to Foodle. The guard walks in, kind of peers into. He notices that two of the privies are open, and the middle one is closed.
But technically, Foodle closed the door of his.
Oh,
But
okay. He notices that two of them are closed, and he knocks on Foodle's. Hello there. Anyone in there? Very carefully, he pushes it open. He looks inside. He steps out over to Kiona's. Knocks on the door. Hello? Anyone in there? Okay. And he
Kiona cast polymorph on
opens
herself.
the door. Okay.
She's a spider.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my god.
I want you to roll stealth.
Oh God, please, somebody. Oh, thank God.
Okay. The guard does not see you.
Oh no.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh god.
But meanwhile, unbeknownst to Mazra, this guard right here has just been sort of standing around
Oh,
and
sorry.
kind of like, you know, he's like picks his nose a little bit and flicks the booger away, kind of while nobody's looking. And then right before his eyes, Mazra, you see his brow knit in confusion. Then his eyes go suddenly wide, and he levels his halberd at you. Hey! Oi! What are you doing here?
Does he like yell it?
Yes. All right, and I need everybody to roll initiative.
I'm sorry. I totally forgot about the concentration thing. I.
I blame. No, I don't blame you. I blame Megan for reminding us. Thanks, Megan. We love you, Megan.
Alright.
Thank you.
Alright, here's Foodle's fake initiative.
What are these? What are these rolls?
That's his fake initiative. It's fine. He's gonna.
No, I meant the guards.
Oh yeah, jeez. Okay, hold on. Come on.
Where am I?
Yes.
Just
This
roll higher.
music. Oh, this music.
Yeah, sure.
Oh my God.
I got 11 plus 6, 17 is Foodle's. Here, I can fix it, I suppose.
Oh no.
There we go.
Megan,
Oh,
my heart.
jeez. Oh,
My heart.
no.
There was nothing else. I don't know that there was much else I could have done. Oh
Are we
crap.
fighting our way out of this? I don't have any sleep darts or anything. Like, oh god. Oh, shit.
Either one of us was gonna get caught either way. That was just how it is.
Yeah, well,
Like,
exactly, right? Yeah.
I need initiative for Mazra.
Oh, I rolled it. It's horrible.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
there.
you
just
didn't
don't wanna
click on your
disclose
token.
Oh. Well, let me. Then that's not real. That didn't happen. Let me.
Yeah, no, that's the roll.
Nope. Oh, I think I can't click because I'm in a corner. That's probably why.
What?
Oh. 'Cause
It won't let me click on my toe. Oh,
All right.
no wonder I'm on the
There,
wrong
I added-
tool.
I
It's
added
my
a
fault.
turn.
I
I
was
added
on-
a turn.
I was on the ruler, not the select. Sorry.
All right. So
How could you
we,
betray us
we
this
actually
way?
start. We actually start with this guard right across from you. And he kind of just advances towards you with his halberd held at the ready. All right, you. Nice and slow. Oi! I need backup out here! Now you don't make any funny moves. Put your hands above your head. You come with me quietly. And so, as I told you before, the guards are not out to like kill intruders or things like that. So, he just kind of spends his turn appealing to your better nature. Kiona, you're up.
Correct me if
As
I'm wrong.
you see this guard turn around and make a move to head back for the door.
When you polymorph yourself, okay.
Yes.
Do like she still knows that she's Kiona. Is that how that works? Hold on, because last time I was polymorphed into
You
a
gain
sheep,
the
I didn't know I was
intelligence of
anything.
the creature. Yeah,
Right.
you gain the intelligence of the creature, so you are a
So-
spider. You have the mental capacity of a spider.
You guys, I really suck at this game.
You're off to a very discretionary start here.
Yeah. I guess she'll follow the guard if he goes out in the hallway. I don't know what else to do if I'm only spider intelligence. I'm not sure that that's...
Okay. Yeah, you kind of lack the capability to do pretty much anything. So the guard walks out into the hallway. Hey! She's not supposed to be up here. You're not supposed to be here. Oh, just shut up and restrain her. And the guard takes out a pair of iron manacles. Kind of goes to reach for your arm to cuff you. Mazra, do you resist? It's basically this will be a grapple check, and it'll succeed automatically if you choose not to resist.
Okay. Looking at these manacles, do they like? I know they have a couple seconds, but watching
Yeah.
as he comes forward, looking at them, do they look like
Yeah.
complicated manacles or like the basic kind of like?
Roll perception.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't trust Roll20 right now. After that, so that's gonna be a big ol' no. So let's see. Even though my perception's a -1. D20. Please don't screw me over! Oh, I rolled 3. Never mind. It screwed me over anyway.
It's a 3? Yeah,
It's
you have no idea.
it's a 3. It's a 3.
Okay, you have no idea.
She will, in the spirit of things, allow herself to be met.
Allow herself to be restrained?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So the guard takes one of your hands, puts it behind your back. Oh no, they didn't really do that. Yeah, they put the manacles on like in your front, right? So
Right.
you hold your
Right,
arms
right,
out front,
okay.
and they slap the irons on you.
Okay.
And your arms are now restrained.
This dice is going in the dice jail.
That's going in the jail. All right. All right, Miss Orc, you're gonna come with us. Foodle, you're up. You see a little spider crawl out of the bathroom. You thought to yourself like, oh my goodness, that guard is gonna see Kiona. He opened the door, kind of looked around, didn't react like he saw anything, and then hearing the other guard's commotion outside, that guard turned around, walked out, and then you see a little spider following.
Okay, great. You guys, the only thing Foodle does is goof off, get high, and kill stuff. He doesn't have anything. Oh my god.
You're in
Yeah,
such a
but his
predicament
winning-
right now.
His winning personality. Come on.
Right. I'm
That
sure
was
that's
not
what the-
sarcasm. No.
No, I know what you mean. I know, yeah, but like, what the guards need right now is another random person showing up. Oh God. Okay, so hold on. Does Foodle know if Mazra's manacled or not? Like, did he hear any clicks or I don't know?
Roll
Something
perception.
like that. Okay.
You roll better than I
His
did.
passive perception is 17. I don't know if
Oh
that
my
helps,
god.
but- Oh fuck's sake! It's a 20. It's a 27.
Wow.
What
Yes.
is the
Wow.
noise on this nonsense that is the? Oh my god. Okay,
Was that a nat 20?
that was a natural 20 for a total
Okay.
of 27.
Foodle
Fuck me.
heard clicks. He also surmises that he heard two voices outside. The third guard is not there and is as yet unaccounted for.
Okay. This is probably stupid, but here's what Foodle's gonna do. Is he gonna do this? Guys, I'm sick. I
Do
don't
it.
know what's
Do
right. No, this is a terrible idea.
Clearly,
Embrace
I've
it.
already made terrible decisions tonight, so it's fine.
God. Okay, so wait, Ghost, you said that Foodle heard Manacles click?
Yeah.
Okay. And he heard it what the guard said, obviously, or shouted, so. Okay, Foodle is going to step here. And are any of the guards holding Mazra?
This one has slapped the manacles on her and has kind of taken her by the arm
Okay.
with one hand.
Right. Okay. What Foodle wants to do is scream to Mazra, Mazra, do you trust me? And he's gonna bull rush her to shove her and him like down this way. That's what he wants to do. Like, that's what he's doing. So I don't know how you want to have that play out, Ghost. Sorry. Ghost?
Sorry, my microphone was off.
Oh no!
I was so
Where do you want the
confused.
tokens? Where do you want the tokens to end up?
As long as they are outside of this area. Hold on, can I just get a square? Oh yeah, there we go. As long as our tokens are outside of this area, I just want Mazra and I out of this area.
Okay. So, if you enter this area, then leave. This one is gonna get an op attack on you.
That's okay.
And that is going to be an unarmed attack.
Okay.
To attempt to grapple you.
Okay.
So let's see. That would be. It's
Well,
going to
it's-
roll a short sword attack, but it's going to be unarmed. He's going to try to grab you.
Okay. Wouldn't that be a contested check then?
That is
Or you're doing
in the
something
old
different?
system. I want
Oh.
to try the
One
one
D&D?
D&D. Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Because I like that. So
Okay.
this is going to output a short sword attack. It is not a short
Right.
sword attack.
Okay.
It's not meant to be at advantage. So that's a 13.
All right. Foodle zips right past it. He's got a
Yep.
19.
Okay. So you and Mazra are like right here, let's say.
Okay. So that was
Okay.
Foodle's movement.
This one, you're still inside of threat range of this one, so
Yes.
he's too stunned to
Yes.
react. This one makes a swipe to grab you, but just barely misses you. It's a little gnome too.
And Foodle is going to, as he turns to face them, says, "No hard feelings!" And he's going to rip off one of the patches of his robe and throw it onto the ground where my square is. And a 10 by 10 foot wide pit opens up underneath of them.
What? What?
Here, I'll paste it for you. This is one of the
Okay.
things that the robe of useful items rolled that you gave. Or
But what does
I
that
don't
mean? A pit?
know. Yeah.
It doesn't say how deep it is?
I mean, I think the idea is like if you were underground in a dungeon, it would be 10 feet deep. So it's 10 by 10 by 10. But I don't know how you want to roll it in a building. Anyway.
Is it like a magical space?
Oh,
or
it's
is
a
it
cube.
just, like,
It's
an
a cube.
actual
Yeah,
pit?
Yeah.
it is 10 feet deep. Yeah.
Okay.
It is a
Okay.
cube. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So these two guys are like, what? And they both fall. And you hear a clatter of armor and grunts of like, dumb nope! Oh, sir,
And
I'm falling down! I know that!
and I guess Foodle's gonna shout if he can say anything else. Just run! We can't sneak anymore! Go! And he's gonna. Oh, he can't. He could use his action to dash. Is this a double door here?
Right here? Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Foodle's gonna slam his way through that if he can.
Oh god. There it is.
He's
All
using his
pretense
action
of trying to
to
be quiet is out the window now, you guys.
Oh yeah, it's gone. It's all
gone.
over.
It's over.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. It opens up
Gotta get out.
into a wide room. You can see.
For fuck's sake, this isn't the way down.
You can see doors lining either side of you, and a large set of double doors on the far end.
We were heading for the bedrooms with the windows, Foodle.
All right, Foodle's going to run. So that was 5, 10, 15, 20. Hold on, Spy Drew. 25. And that. I guess he's got a bonus action. Is there anything he can do with a bonus action? Probably not. I think that's his turn. Yeah.
All right. This guard hears the shouting from outside, and he goes, let's see, he comes 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oi! You! And he runs up 5, 10, just to put himself in range. You! Stop right there! And Mazra, it is your turn.
Okay. So are those guys in the pit? Are they like alive, or did it?
Oh, they're alive.
Well, yeah, they
They
only
just
fell
fell
10
10 feet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Foodle didn't just murk 2 people.
I know. She will, since this.
Now here's the thing: did they fall to the next floor down? I guess it creates a pit. It's just like a magical pit.
It's
I
gotta
guess.
be a
So
magical
I would
pit,
guess
right?
it's almost like a pocket dimension kind of thing.
Yeah.
Must be, right?
Because it's not a portable hole.
Listen,
So, yeah.
Kiona told the
Okay.
guy to ignore weird things that happened this night, so that qualifies. Just
Oh,
knock him in,
Ghost.
Mazra.
Ghost. I don't know
Yeah.
if you'll allow this, because Foodle did have his bonus action, but not only has the turn already passed, but stuff. But if you'll allow it, Foodle would have used his bonus action to like squish the spider that was running out of the bathroom.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, we'll say that Banff's flutter back to her
Thank
Kiona.
God.
Back
Alright.
to yeah.
she can
Yeah.
play. All right.
Does so if this pit is like
so
not
you
lethal,
squish the spider and it bamps back to your friend, and this guard is like, "What the? Like what?"
Kiona says, "I'm sorry" as soon as she has a like a voice again.
Yeah.
Poodle gives her a look that says, "I'm sorry" as well.
All right, Mazra.
is this with this pit? Is this since it's not lethal? Would this be considered directly harmful to someone to jump into this pit?
I don't know why you asked that.
Because I'm trying to find out if someone would resist. Because because it's like a thing. Okay, if you tell someone jump on these spikes, they won't do it. But if you tell someone jump on this pile of leaves, they might do it, right? Because it's not harmful to them.
What you're thinking is not going to work.
Okay, fine. All right, just try to grapple and push him in then.
Okay. All right. Roll an unarmed attack.
Okay.
So that is going to be 20 plus your proficiency score plus your strength bonus.
Yeah, I can't do it that way, Megan. Wait, what'd you say? Sorry. What's my
D20
roll?
plus
Sorry.
strength plus proficiency.
Oh my god.
So it's like you're making a strength-based weapon
Alright.
attack.
I'm just pulling. Okay, D20 plus strength. Oh, decent. Okay.
Ooh.
Nice.
Good.
Yeah. So you fling this guy around, and you want to throw him back down into the pit too.
Yeah, just drop him in with his friends.
Nice, this pit, you guys.
Okay, yeah. So this guy comes up to you, and he's just like, "Now, hold steady, ma'am. I'm not here for a fight." And you kind of just grab him and like arm bar over the shoulder, throw him into the pit here. Ah! All right.
We're also
God,
not
I
here
love
looking
you
for a
guys.
fight. So she'll go. Yeah,
You're
that's
the
just like
worst.
we're also not here looking for a fight.
Could have fooled me.
So that's 30. And then she'll dash, I guess is her final thing. Okay.
All right. You hear the sounds of argument coming from the pit. Oh, you two! Quit screwing around on your bellies! Get up! All right. You! I'll boost you up! You go after them! And he just prepares a help action to help his buddy up out of the pit. Go. He's got back to his feet. All right, and Kiona, it is your turn.
Okay, yeah, so she's gonna just take off down the hall after Mazra. I guess she's gonna check the door here. She's just gonna open this door.
Okay.
Look, if y'all
Bash
have
the door open.
if y'all have suggestions, please share.
I'm looking for windows. That's all I know.
Gotta get out of here. This might
Alright.
work to our advantage. We made a big ruckus here, and then they'll run up here, and then we go out. I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know.
You do find a window right here.
There's a window in this room. She'll look at Mazra and Foodle for confirmation if that's the way they want to go? Question mark.
Foodle will nod.
I think she has to use her dash to get over to the window. So then she's just
Yep.
gonna look out the window and see what she sees outside in terms of like, is there like any kind of second story roof? Is there like guards on the ground floor? Can't
Yeah,
really
you
anything
do
down
see a roof right outside the window. And then further beyond the roof, you can't quite make out the ground level from this vantage point, but you do see the orange glow of torchlight kind of moving to and fro.
there. Okay. I think there's a roof, but I'm not sure that we'd be safe to go down without being seen. And that's, I think, her turn probably.
All right. And with that, this guard gets up to his feet, and he is going to. Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna move
With
my token
the
just
guard
so
captain's help,
that chat can see.
he kind of climbs up and over, and he has gotten himself out of the hole. I'm going to say that's half his movement. So he moves 5, 10, and he is going to attempt to grab Foodle as Foodle's running. And that's only an 11.
Oh.
So once again, he reaches up to grab Foodle. But the little gnome is too slippery for him. Hey, get back here, you little freak! And Foodle, it is your turn. Be mindful of the fact that even though he tried to grab you and missed, you are within threat range.
I'm too fast for you, old man! Foodle pulls off another patch, and instead of throwing it to the ground, he sort of like shoves it at the guy. And I guess I'll just post it. An iron door appears
You have got to
right
be kidding me.
here.
Up to 10 feet wide and 10 feet high?
Yeah,
Fantastic.
and it appears right there. And Foodle is going. That's his action. I don't know how this works, but if he can, he'll use his bonus action to lock the door. This iron
God.
door that appears.
Yeah. It doesn't mention there being a lock. that
Okay.
comes
Well,
with the door, but it's enough to like. It's enough to certainly stop him. As he kind of reaches out for you, and then boom, there's a big iron door, and he kind of bangs his hand on it as he's reaching out for you. And you hear him howl in pain on the other side. The door kind of springs up and actually sort of like crashes up through the ceiling a little bit. The door is actually bigger than the dimensions of this corridor, so you can see like cracks in the plaster of the walls where the door is like punched through.
If that's the
okay,
case,
and-
then the door won't swing open either, though. If it's stuck in the ceiling.
They can still force it open.
Oh, okay. Listen, I'm
Yeah,
just
it's
trying to
not
take
that
advantage
stuck
of
in
the
the
thing
ceiling.
that you're.
I know you're trying to take advantage of the flavor I'm adding to this. All right. Yeah, Foodle, so you are no longer counted as being in threat range because there's now effectively a wall between you and this guy.
okay. And Kiona was shouting that she found
There's a window.
a window.
Yeah, and she's actually still in the room. I just,
Right. You stepped out to.
Yeah.
Okay, so people can see. All right. Foodle is going to. Wait, really? So like, there's no way to keep this thing closed? Ugh. Hmm. I guess, whatever, however the door opens, Foodle's gonna like hold on to it. Whether he's leaning against it or like pulling the
Okay.
handle towards him, or however, you know what I mean. Like he doesn't
Yeah,
want them
yeah,
to
yeah.
open the door, so that's
Okay.
his turn, I guess.
All right. All right. The final guard stands back up, and he is going to make an attempt to climb up. He gets to make it at advantage. The first time he kind of like his foot slips, and he knocks this guy's helmet down over his eyes. Oh, would you quit screwing around? Sorry, Sarge. And then this time he plants a foot on his leader's shoulder, climbs back out of the pit. Hey, where'd this door come from? You just shut up and help me open it. And this guard is going to make a contested strength check against Foodle.
All right.
Look at his abilities score. Okay.
Okay, that's pretty good. It's an 18 plus. It's just strength, right?
You frick.
Strength check. So Foodle has 10 strength, but because of the lucky thing, whatever this thing is, the Stone of Good Luck, he gets a +1, so it's 19.
Okay, versus a 15. Yeah, you managed to hold this guard back. I can't open it.
Mazra!
It appears to be stuck. It's not stuck. It's just a little gnome holding it. You can't. Oh, you. Oh, tomorrow you'll pull double arm day. You're both pulling double. The voice from the pit. You're both pulling double arm day if you don't get that door open right now.
The guy in the
All
pit
right,
can't get
Mazra.
out.
Yeah.
So I don't know how this will work with. Okay, so hang on. So I don't know how this will work with Foodle standing there. But did he move at all earlier, or does he still have like when after doing the door thing? Because
No, he did not move.
so I don't know how this would work because we are on initiative. But like, could she tell him to move, or is he just stuck
She
in
can
that?
tell him to move, but he's
position?
not. Yeah, because
Okay.
that actually walks on top of other classes' abilities. Other classes have the ability to move their allies on their
Right.
turn. So
Are you worried about space near
I
the door? Because there's a
cannot
space
allow
right
that.
there.
No, I'm worried about you being in the way of something.
Use the. I don't know. Foodle, whatever.
I mean, I know what okay. Okay, what I'm gonna do. So I was here with 5, 10, 15, 20. Which way does this door open?
it opens towards you.
Okay.
They are pushing on the door, and Foodle is pushing back.
Okay. She's gonna give a little signal to Foodle and hold up the wand of web, and is basically like counting down to have him like let go of the door. So when they do that, she can shoot it like right in the guard's face. Or is that counted? If that's counted as point blank, she will move back a step. I don't know what that.
Well,
Yeah.
Well-
okay, so basically you're readying an action.
Yeah, so basically she just like, because she could also pull open the door too, but she just wants to shoot it here so they get stuck in the web, basically.
So
Okay.
you don't need to wait for anything. You can just do it.
Yeah, but there's a door in the way though.
I know, but it says you conjure a mass of thick, sticky webbing at a point of your choice.
Oh, okay.
It says nothing about sight.
Oh, okay. Well, then she'll just do that then. Okay.
And I mean, it's an iron door.
Okay.
Surely you can see.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, all right.
What's the
15.
what is the range on it? What's the
It's-
AOE?
Oh, good call.
20-foot cube,
Oh,
20-foot cube.
Oh, yeah. Get
and
them
it
all.
says
The whole
as long
hallway.
as it's yes, it needs to be anchored by walls or trees or whatever. So she'll make sure that it's in there and anchored by the walls and stuff.
Okay. So basically, we're talking like this.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You just hear this screaming from the other side of the door. Yeah, what is this? I'm covered in this sticky white stuff.
Please clip that, chat. Thank you.
You two are an embarrassment. Get me out of here. All right, is that your turn?
Well, she did her move, so I think at that point she'll just use her dash to retreat. So she'll go 5, 10, 20, 25. And where was that window? Like here?
It's right in front of Kiona.
It's right here. It's right in front of
Okay.
you.
So she'll kind of position herself here.
All right. Can you post the web in the chat so I
Yes. Yes. I'm gonna
kind of
just
saving throw I need to roll?
copy paste this.
Yeah.
Wait, is it in the? Let me look if it's in the
It's
thing.
in
real quick.
there somewhere.
It's in the compendium, yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I knew.
I don't think you
I
can.
just searched the
Yeah.
compendium.
Okay,
So
here
I
it
thought
is.
you can drag and drop stuff from the compendium to character sheets, but you can't drag and
How
drop
do you-
in the chat. which-
Yeah. how do you-
Right? Isn't that
uh,
weird? You could just gotta
Yeah.
copy and paste, basically.
You
It's
gotta
just
copy-
web. It's just web, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
web.
Yeah.
Okay. Massive, thick, sticky webbing. Oh my god. Wizards, please. Dexterity saving throw. A creature restrained by the... Okay, so each creature that starts its turn in the webs makes a dexterity saving throw. We're going to be using your spell save DC. So this is the guard captain's turn, or the guard sergeant's turn. He rolls a 17 on that, which I believe is higher, right?
It is. My spell save DC is 15.
Okay. So he manages to avoid being stuck. But I don't know about his friends, so he's going to attempt to climb out of this pit, and he is not able to. He's managed to avoid getting like stuck by the webs, but he's like scrambling to get out of this pit unsuccessfully. Kiona, you are up.
Okay. So she's going to. Oh god, you guys. Open the window, I guess. And look out
Okay.
again and see if there's still fires moving below.
I am. Give me 1 second. I had numerous ways prepared for you to egress from this floor.
This was, of
and
course, not
you-
one. Yeah.
You did
Right, of
exactly none of the three
Right.
options that I had
Of
prepared
course.
for you.
Oh god.
Sorry.
You should know what's better than that by now.
Yes, Megan, but I'm not telling them that. Okay. I'm gonna move you out onto the roof. There you are.
Okay. Holy fuck.
And I'm just gonna. I will actually just sort of draw a line to mark where. Oh. Why did it do that? Okay. Roll 20, please. That's where the window was.
Right. Oh god. She's going to... I don't know what she's gonna do, you guys. There's guards everywhere. She's gonna whisper back in it. Did she actually go out the window? Did you put her out the window? Or are you just doing this so that this is what she sees?
Yeah, this is what you see.
Okay.
Like poking your head out the window kind
Right,
of thing. This
okay.
is what you see.
So she's gonna So she's gonna look out. She's like, there's a couple guards out there. I don't think we're gonna be able to avoid being seen.
I have a potential idea.
Alright, well, it's better than anything I got.
All right, is that your turn?
I guess I don't. Yeah.
Okay.
She'll voluntarily move wherever they want her to move.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna hold action to move where Mauser tells you to move. Is that right?
Yeah. Or yeah.
Okay.
To do whatever Mazur
right.
tells me to
Uh,
do.
This one is restrained by the web and is unable to move. Ah! Sarge, I'm stuck. Foodle, you're up.
Foodle is going to go 5, 10, 15? Or, I don't
Yep.
know.
Yeah.
Okay, 15?
Yeah, sure.
And then... While they're distracted, Foodle is going to... No, he's going to go here, 20. Foodle's going to drop some caltrops right here in this space. That's his action.
Okay.
And then Foodle's gonna whisper, "Okay, you had an idea," and that's his turn.
Okay.
Actually, I guess he'll move there.
The other guard is going to try to avoid the web, and he is successful. And he is going to open the door and step through. So this door is now wide open.
Yeah.
Is the web like rough terrain or anything like that?
It
I
is.
think it
yeah.
is, yeah.
Okay. So that costs him 10 feet, but every other movement costs him 5. So 15, 20, 25. He sees the caltrops. So you see this guard run to the door, and he looks down and he sees the caltrops right there, and he just looks back up at you. What in the hell's is your problem, you little freak? You get back here now.
Make me.
Mazur.
Um,
And he very carefully, very gingerly, "Oh, I'm gonna come and get you. Steps in here, but he accidentally slips a little bit. He had like a piece of webbing stuck on the bottom of his foot, kind of sticks to the floor as he goes to make a step, and he stumbles a bit, and he steps on one of the caltrops. Ow! You little gnome bastard! That was my good foot too.
All right, so his movement speed is reduced by 10 feet until he can heal.
All right.
And they're still there.
Yeah. All right, Mazur, you're up.
Can you remind me the desert sands, right? There was the explosive one, the one that made you high, the like time dilation one. And was there another one?
Yep. Yeah, there was the Oobleck one.
Okay. Was there like a
And
There was
the
one
sleep one?
that was
flammable
like
one.
water
And
that.
the flammable one.
That was the Oobleck.
Yeah,
that was the
that's
Oobleck.
Oobleck one.
Okay.
So yeah, okay. So those it's not sleep; it just makes you hot, super high, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the huff sand.
Yeah, the huff sand makes you high. Yeah.
So this guy, is he wearing like metal armor? Or is it like what's he like, leather, metal,
Yeah, it's metal.
like with a helmet and everything?
Yeah, helmet but open face.
Okay.
More or less like you see on the token.
Okay.
All right, what are you doing? What's your action?
She wants to try and incapacitate this gentleman. Not kill him,
Okay.
just knock him out. I assume that'd be like grappling.
Okay.
Is that
No, you can make like a non-full attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
You
she
gotta
doesn't want to
reduce
kill
him to
him.
0 HP to knock him out, though.
Well, then could she? I'm trying to think if it's worth using that. Trying to get him high instead. I guess maybe she'll just try and choke him out, but or use like a hold or something to like knock him out or whatever. I don't know how this would work.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I don't know what your thoughts are.
Make an unarmed attack, and it'll be versus a Constitution save.
The only other thing I can think of is trying
I
to.
think
think you
there's
should do the
really,
escape move that you were planning and let us deal with the guard.
This was the escape move I was planning on doing.
Okay.
I.e., let's steal their clothes and walk out the front door.
Oh, good.
I don't know. Looking out the window here, is there any way to like get out of here safely?
Yeah. So I'll put you out here. There you go. You're on the roof. That's what you see.
Right.
All the other roofing that you see is approximately at your height level.
Okay.
I'll put you back in.
Wait. No. Wait. Give me 1 second more out there.
Okay.
Okay.
I want you to take an action though.
Yes. All right. Dang it. I don't know what to do.
So you in or out.
I'm in.
Okay.
I'm having. You know how we were talking about ADHD and decision paralysis?
Mhm.
Well, at this point, you need to do something. Because,
I know. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. My final decision is she is going to look at Kiona and Foodle and say, take care of this guy, and she will actually go. Sorry.
Okay.
Please forgive
There you
me.
go.
Please forgive me. All right. So she'll go. So that's her movement, and then that's movement and dash, and then she's gonna wait here.
Okay.
And I think she'll kind of just crouch down on the roof low, so that she's not easily seen.
Okay. This dude once again started his turn inside the web. He was not able to climb out and escape it. He manages to avoid being trapped by the web. All right.
Ooh.
And this time he successfully climbs out. You pair of goddamn idiots! Let me at him! What? He goes. You see the guard sergeant behind his guy, who's like hopping down on one foot, holding his bleeding foot. What? Get out of the way! And he's gonna shove this guy into Kiona.
Cool.
Kiona, roll a dexterity save. Okay. You are knocked out the window. I want you to roll another dexterity save to avoid rolling down the roof. So the guard shoves into you, hits you, you fall backwards through this window. And you roll right to the edge of the roof before stopping.
Oh. Or she's like sprawled out on the roof.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is fine. This is all going according to plan. Everything's fine. It's under control.
Oh, what's the DC? Freaking 15? Okay. He steps through, and as he steps through, this guard who hit Kiona, Newton's third law takes place. He hits Kiona. Kiona goes backwards out the window, but hitting Kiona makes him stumble back forwards into the guard captain, causing the guard, not the guard captain, sorry, Kiona's the guard captain, causing the guard sergeant to also stumble. Watch out, you got... And he steps on one of the caltrops as well.
Thank
Oh
God.
my god.
All right, Kiona, it is your turn.
So I assume it's gonna take like half her movement for her to get her crap together on her feet on the roof.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You're prone. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you hear some of the voices from down below. Hey, what was that? Is there somebody on the roof?
Shit. So she's gonna do her best, like crab walk, cat walk, flat as she can, army walk thing. Crawl across the
Crab
roof.
walk. Okay.
Oh
Whatever
my
the
God.
whatnot, I don't know what it is. She's gonna upright herself, Hive. But she's still crawling. Like whatever. 5,
Okay.
10, 15. That's half of her movement. So she's just gonna get as close up to this chimney and flat down on the thing as possible, hoping that they can't see her.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I would like you to roll stealth.
Gods, pray for us.
Oh.
Oh!
They do not see you. You see the torchlight flickering and moving past. They do not see you. All right, this guard still inside the web makes his dexterity save. It's a 20, so he manages to move out.
Oh no.
Oi! What are you two doing? Oh! It's the gnome! He kind of stops and points at Foodle. Oh, I'm gonna get you. Alright, Foodle, it is your turn.
All right.
Oh god.
Foodle is going to. Oh God, there's so many things I want to do, but I shouldn't. Foodle's gonna say, "See you suckers later," and he's gonna use his action to deftly disengage around these guys. 5,
Yep.
15, 25. And bonus action. I don't think I can do that. So, that's his turn.
Okay, I would like you to roll stealth as well.
Alright.
Since the guards are now, like, actively looking up at the roof here.
Oh god.
Do you manage to avoid being caught by the light of their torch?
Yes, photo.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Oh.
Very nice.
All right. You hear from inside the guard captain shout, "Go, I don't care if your foot hurts! Go after them!" And their movement is reduced by what? 10 feet? Okay, so
Rest
he
2, 10
climbs
wait.
through
Beautiful.
Less than 10. Okay.
10. And yeah, he is gonna crawl out of the window, and he's crawling after you, Kiona. That is just enough movement to reach, and he is gonna attempt a grapple on you. That's a 24.
Oh my god.
So he succeeds in grabbing your ankle.
Now wait, you're like a wild magic person. There's nothing you can do about that? I don't know. how
Not right
much
now.
works. Okay.
Okay, so Kiona, your movement is 0 until if and when you can break that grapple. Mazra, you're up.
Okay. So I'm trying to think of a way to use a flashback. So one of two things: either using Foodle's family, because she does believe they have certain
Well,
uses.
you need to decide which one it is.
Or we did speak to. Did we talk to those servants, like the servants that work there?
You could literally have done anything. This is your chosen flashback.
Yeah.
No,
you
but
have
did
to-
we,
You have
though?
to decide.
No, but did we talk to them or not?
The servants? No, I don't think we did.
I think you talked about doing it, but I don't think you ever
Yeah,
did.
I don't think we actually did
Okay.
it.
So how many relatives does Foodle have?
Lots.
Okay, so she's. So okay,
You got his mom and dad. You got his uncle.
I will
you
do-
got
okay.
His aunt, who is running her little freedom fighter force.
I will do my
that keeps on
flashback
following
then.
people around.
Okay.
Okay.
So okay, do flashback.
All right.
Before we did this.
Hold on. Is it Foodle's family? Hold on.
Yes,
Hold on.
It is Foodle's family.
We need the right music for this.
I was gonna say, this is gonna...
Perfect. Perfect.
We need the right music. All right. I'm just waiting for Sirenscape to load. I didn't expect to have to load another soundscape. All right. Here it is.
Wait, is this it?
It's drums? Oh,
It's so
God.
good. It's so good.
All right.
Well, first
It
Masra
is a little softer than the last track. You know,
first
you just-
Masra mutes
Yeah.
her Sirenscape. Just kidding. Then she. I do imagine this is the back room in their house.
So you
Right,
you
this
set
is
the
what
scene.
it is.
Okay, we're
Every
in the
time they
okay, we're in the
walk
back
into the
room of the
food
house.
house.
Okay.
Yes, and she braces herself for the madness that's going to happen, and approaches. I assume she knows which is his close family.
Yep.
Oh no, she gets them, as many of them, including the aunt, the freedom fighting aunt, and is like, okay,
So there's like 30 people gathered around.
yes, I know.
Only Noodle's closest family. So it is.
Yeah.
I know we've asked a lot of you, brave gnomes, and Foodle needs your help once again. We're going somewhere dangerous, and we don't know what may happen. So, I know we've been asking some of you to follow people around, but if the worst comes to worst, I would like it if you're all in position to cause as big a distraction as you can at the Vinters Guild.
Oh my God. This is delightful.
As many of you as I know, all of you are very well connected. As many of you and as many people as you know as possible. No, we don't want to kill anybody. We just want people to be, not have their eyes around their property.
And Fool's mother looks down and strokes her chin in thought and says,
I suppose I could get my Sunday bridge group to join in.
and Foodle's aunt just looked at her like, what? And Foodle's aunt looks at Mazra and stands to attention and salutes, says, "You can trust the Department of Homeland Security." All right, and cut back to now.
Oh my
Oh my God.
What are you having them do?
Like I said, she doesn't want them to get hurt because she don't want them to get hurt as much as whatever she feels about them. So either some kind of, I would probably have to be outside the walls, or unless they could get in or something, but just like causing a massive ruckus outside, or doing something that she feels would draw the guards away from the main area of the the campus or whatever.
All right. So you hear the deafening crack of musket shots. Hold on. This is where... Okay, here it is.
Yes.
Where is the...
Oh my god.
I'm hearing like firecrackers. There it is. Let's turn that up. Turn up Upset Dogs. All right, so you.
Oh my god, it's true.
You hear just this deafening cacophony burst up all around you, and the guards who are looking around the grounds are like, "Who? What the hell is that? Who is it? Are we under attack? Anyone see them?" All right. And so Mazza, what do you
I
do?
already hate the gnomes so much.
You still got your whole turn.
She is going to.
What the devil is that? You see a tree just fall.
Holy shit.
Oh my god.
So this building, she's taking her moment to look around. This is the storeroom, right?
So you see one of you saw Wilner and Not, the non-forest gnomes, not actually related to Foodle. They were working on something, and you just heard what sounded like that rocket launch there. Let me see if I could get it to go off again. There it is. And you hear this cackle. It works! As this, what looks like a comet just arcs overhead over the whole property. Alright, go ahead. Sorry, I'm just hearing so many sounds that I feel I need to explain.
They need to repeat all of what you just said.
Yeah,
no.
we only heard about half of the cackling.
It was Not from Wilner and Not strapped to a rocket, cackling and screaming, "It works!" Flying! As his rocket arcs overhead.
Okay, so is this the storehouse over here?
That's the one. That's where we were in before with the food.
That's the
That we
storehouse,
made the
yeah.
accidental call.
Yeah.
Right, and how high up are we right now? We're like 50 feet, 30 feet?
You're probably, closer to like 30 or 20 feet.
Okay. She's gonna take a little bit of time and look. What's this? Are these guards like just like are they kind of like whatever?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they're all confused. You can see out of this door because you know that you're a couple floors up above the floors up above the ballroom. This is the door that the servants had been walking the food into. These doors open and you see all sorts of just resplendently dressed people holding like champagne flutes, and they're looking up in the sky and they're like, "Oh my word! Fireworks! Oh dear! You've outdone yourself once again, good chap."
Okay, so she's gonna take some time to look for something sturdy on the face of this that she can tie a rope to, basically.
Okay.
So she's gonna.
Yeah.
I think as an
Yeah,
action.
so you
making
find
sure
a
it's
section
gonna be secure.
of like gutter that
Okay.
you can tie a rope to, yeah.
Right.
as an
make
action.
sure it's make sure that it's secure, and then let's see. She's gonna like from here. It's like I don't know. Like the little
Say
gnome.
something
Dude,
about-
I love it
It's a
so
gnome's
much.
voice.
We're close enough.
God.
That was perfect. You hear gnomes running by.
Oh my god. Okay, so let me check something really quick.
Somehow they can get
Okay.
inside the walls. It's just
So she's going to so was tying the rope, is that like an bonus action, like what?
That was an action. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if she can do anything else this turn then. Oh. Yeah, I think that's what she can do this time.
Okay. We haven't taken any movement, so all you did was tie a rope.
I know because I.
Okay.
Well, let's
Alright.
see. So she can go. So she has not thrown it over the edge yet, but she'll go like 5. Just yes.
Oh, I love this.
So she maybe she'll go here and then, like, she can't do anything but like be there to try and help Kiona get away. But I know she can't do anything right now. But
Okay. Yep. All right.
That's
So you're gonna use the help action, okay?
yes.
All right. This guard. 5, 10, 15, 20. Get back here, you little gnome! It's the guard sergeant coming straight for Foodle. And he's gonna make an attack. That's a 17, which does not beat your armor class. So he's gonna try to grab you. You managed to get away again. Slip out of being grabbed. Kiona.
I guess she has to roll dex or something to get out of the grip of this guy? Question mark? Strength? Question mark?
Yes, you get. Yeah. Athletics or acrobatics.
Oh yeah, give it
Your
to me,
choice,
baby.
and you get
Oh my
advantage.
God.
You get advantage.
Oh, thank you.
You get advantage because Mazur is helping you.
Oh, thank goodness for that.
Okay,
Right?
versus. Oh yeah. So you succeed, but remember you are still in threat
Still
range.
in
So
threat range,
unless you
right.
manage to, yeah, and you use your action to break the grapple. So if you have something you can use as a bonus action.
Yeah, bonus action.
Otherwise, you have to-
Misty step.
Okay.
Um,
All right. Misty step yourself.
yeah. Hold
Do you step yourself, son?
on. Right.
All right.
This is like the
DTMO.
perfect
And,
soundscape. Oh my
It
god.
So
is.
good,
good.
especially for what we're doing. Like,
Okay. And then the
Ooh, that was
last guard,
close.
you
Oh, that
don't
was a
have
2.
eyes on him. He pokes his head out the window here. I'm just gonna move Flutter's token so that you can see. Pokes his head out of a window that's right here, and shouts down at the guard, "Oi, Morris! It's quite a fireworks show, isn't it? It's not a fireworks show. It's a break-in." And that's that guard's turn. Foodle, you are up.
all right. Foodle. Okay, wait. Where was the rope tied? Shoot, Foodle would have seen it. I'm trying to.
Over
I'm
here,
so
over
sorry,
here,
you guys.
somewhere
I'm, like,
at the edge
super
of this room.
foggy. Okay. Foodle is going to use his action to disengage.
Yep.
He's gonna go.
Now, do you disengage from 2 at once or only one of them? Because you're in threat range of 2.
I'll double check, but my understanding is that you are immune to all opportunity attacks for the rest
Okay.
of your turn.
Okay.
But let me
Yep.
double check.
Yeah.
Megan might know. Actions in combat. Here we go. Disengage. Your movement doesn't provoke opportunity attacks for the rest of the turn. Okay.
Okay. Simple enough.
5,
Okay.
10, 15, 20, 25. Oh, okay. And that is not far. How much movement are these guys? They got 10 movement? 5, 10, or 20, sorry. 10, 15, 20. Ooh. The dash, though. Pluto's going to go. He's going to action surge, and he's going to go 5, 10, 20. And he's going to try to slide down the rope and into the bushes with 25, but I don't know how that works. Or maybe he's just like hanging on. I don't know.
Yeah, you slide down into the bushes. Roll a stealth check.
Okay.
To see if this guy notices. He's mightily distracted by everything that's going on right now. Yeah, he doesn't notice. He's too busy like yelling up, "Hey, what was that you said?" As there's this gnome that just drops into the bushes right beside him. And he doesn't notice. Is that your turn, Foodle?
Yes.
Alright. It is this guard's turn. He's gonna run up and attempt a grapple on Mazra and crits.
Oh
So
my
Mazra,
God.
you are grappled.
Okay.
No.
Ah,
Again.
I've got you now, Walk. Alright, Mazra.
Okay. Did we I think we specified this
Remember that
before.
grapple? Remember that grapple only means that your movement is reduced to 0.
Right. So I think we said that she could basically use her dagger to get out of your grapples, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So she will do that. So she'll.
Yep, as long as you're not restrained, you can do that.
Yes. Okay.
Which you're
So
not
she'll be-
restrained.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she'll just. She'll go 5, 10, 15, 20. And then so she just go boop and tries again to shoot these guys with a wand of web. It's like right in this
Okay.
right here.
So, dude has you wrapped up in his arms in this big bear hug, and he's like, "Oh, I got you now, Walk." And then you just disappear in a cloud of mist, reappear over here, and fire this wand of web at them. Okay. It is a 20 by 20 foot cube, so we
So basically
are kind
on the
of
roof, but
limited. Yeah, so it's gonna be.
she may try
End
and
up kind of being like
yeah.
this.
She may try and do a little bit with the chimney and the wall there. So
Like block that off so they
Yeah.
can go in between.
yeah, because they won't.
So-
it can't
so
anchor.
kinda-
It can't anchor over here. But
Except on the
I
roof.
think I
itself.
drew. I
Yeah.
might have drawn it too long, but can I actually manipulate this? Yes, I can. Perfect.
okay.
All right. So it's like that,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we have 15. I think.
This is the perfect soundscape for this.
All right. It's so
I'm just
good.
having a field day imagining like little gnomes running around, like
Yeah,
setting
so
off
we'll have
little
to make-
inventions.
yeah.
Yeah.
So at the start of its turn, so it's any creature that starts its turn in the webs has to make a dex saving throw.
Yeah.
So-
Yep. Okay. And you have your movement.
Oh yes, so she'll go 5, 10, 15, 20. I don't know if she can go down the rope right now, but she's actually gonna like wait for Kiona.
Okay. All right. And the guard captain, he's, "Oh, not this stuff again." And he is stuck. He is like just stuck and can't move. He is fully restrained. So Kiona, it is your turn.
She's gonna follow them. We're gonna get down the rope.
Okay.
So however that happens. The three of them
Okay.
down at the bottom now? Question mark?
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
Mazur, we're at the bottom.
All right. And I need Mazra and Kiona to both roll stealth checks. To
Ghost
see
is
if
like,
this
I'm
guy
done with
notices.
this.
No, not at all.
Oh shit.
Oh shit!
Oh.
You tried so hard.
Tides of Chaos.
So
Have I used
you-
Tides of Chaos this time yet?
Oh. Oh. Okay. I don't know. Have you?
I don't
you
think-
should have it recorded somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, I still have it. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Alright.
Do it.
That was stealth again. Okay, stealth.
Yep. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, he notices.
Fuck.
Yeah. So when you drop into the bush, this guard kind of looks over and, "Huh? Who's in there?" All right. And we're actually gonna replace this guy with the dude down here, and he kind of moves towards the bush with his halberd out. Hey, show yourselves. And this guard has to make his dexterity save, and he fails. So these two guards that are up on the roof are properly restrained.
Oh, good.
Just here.
Okay. Yeah. Mazra, you're up.
Okay, so I'm gonna just move her so she's in a bush here with them.
Yep.
So she's going. She sees this guard kind of walking towards them, and she, kind of looks at him and kind of raises, like, a finger in the bush and kind of, like, points at him and just, she just says, run. And she tries to do this to him. We'll see if it works.
Okay. Spell save DC 15.
Yes.
Okay.
See if it works.
What kind of save is it?
Um,
I'm trying to scan and see. Wisdom.
wisdom. Okay.
Oh! He rolled a 1.
Yes!
Oh my god.
And just as you pointed at him, you are washed in the blood red glow of a rocket zooming overhead. And you hear the voices of gnomes cackling overhead, and this guard just drops his spear and runs. All right.
She kind of glances over at her companions and she's like, okay, we gotta go. And she's just, for her movement, she'll go 5, 10, 15 and try to get in this door over here.
Okay. I am just gonna move everybody over to the storage room. Just kind of where we are here. I just need things to load. Okay, that's on the first floor, of course. I just need a moment to prepare my maps.
Fucking music, it's so good.
It is so good. I could just see them all just wreaking havoc, running around
Right?
different spots and setting off little fireworks and like traps and stuff that they've set to.
All right, yeah. So the three of you duck into the storage room. And we're gonna say that was Mazra. So Kiona, it is your turn.
We're gonna make our way back to the hallway that goes down to the stairs that leave this place as quickly as we can. Probably, right?
Okay.
Is this open actually, or is this not? 'Cause
No,
that-
it's not open.
Alright.
No. No. As you can see.
She's gonna dash. And that'll get her like right inside the door. Here. Wherever
Okay.
that is.
Poodle.
I guess.
Alright. Foodle's gonna go running back there too. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And then he's gonna dash. 5, 10, 20, 25. Okay, that's his turn.
All right, and Mazra.
Oh, I should have put down
Oh, yeah.
caltrops. Shit.
You could still do them outside this door.
It's true, it's true.
Or inside this door.
So she can dash. She just dashes. I think she can end up out here.
Yeah.
Okay. And at this point, where are we? Like that. Okay. At this point, 2 guards charge into the storage room following after you. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And this one falls up right behind. Oi! You! Stop! And they're gonna dash. 20. And they are not, because they dash, they're not able to actually make a grapple against you, Foodle, but they have put you in their threat range.
Okay.
All right, Kiona, you're up.
Yeah, she's just gonna keep going. Keep going.
All right.
Question
You're just sprinting?
10.
Yeah.
I think she is.
Okay.
And she's gonna go downstairs. She'll go down until it's a moment where she'll have to change the direction or whatever. She needs to wait for her people, essentially.
Yeah. So
Is
this will
what I'm
basically be
thinking.
you on the next floor,
Yeah.
right here.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Foodle, how are you getting out of this predicament?
Just looking through my inventory for no reason.
I'm just gonna turn. Some of this stuff down a little bit because you're now indoors.
Right.
Right. Okay, hold on. Let me do some math. Are either of these guys, do they look like when they were running up to me, dashing, did they look like they were limping from getting caltrops in their feet, or?
No, these are 2 completely different
Okay, okay,
guards.
All right. So I don't think that's gonna help. I mean, really, the only thing Foodle can do, he's gonna disengage with his action and go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. That's his turn.
Okay. And Mazra.
Hey, she will also move through the door. Is this like a 1x1 door? Or is it like a double door? What kind of door is this?
It's like 1 space, 2 space. So you
Okay.
kind of. Oh no, yeah, it's a 1. So this is
A 1
the
door?
space right here.
Okay. And does it? Which way does it swing, in or out?
I don't. It swings in.
So-
It swings this way.
Toward me. Okay. Looking here, does it look like I could grab one of these crates and push it against the door to block it, or is that just
Sure.
not?
Make a strength check.
Okay.
Or an athletics check. Same thing,
uh,
basically.
Where is that?
Okay, yeah. Yeah, you managed to shove one of the crates in front of the door.
Okay.
Forcing them to make an athletics check to push their way through.
Okay, so that was I moved 5 in, 5, 10. We'll say that's like 15.
Mhm.
So we'll say that's like move. So she'll
Yeah.
bonus to dash. So she'll go 5, 10.
Okay.
And just kind of join down here.
Okay. Next page. Just arranging you guys a little bit. All right.
Music is so good.
The guards. Yeah, you hear them kind of bang against the door upstairs. Hey, Willie, what are you waiting for over the door? I don't know, they put something in front of the door. Well, put your back into it. All right, Kiona.
I believe we're out, right? We're going 5, 10, 15. Can she see an exit? Wait, we've already uncovered this.
You've uncovered the exit. Yeah,
Okay.
You notice that the wall up here, there's kind of like an optical illusion.
Right.
Just to remind anybody in chat, there's a bit of an optical illusion that you discovered. I don't remember who discovered it, but I think it might have been Foodle pointed it out. That the ceiling and the wall don't actually touch here, and there's like a little crawl space that if you climb on top of these barrels, you can kind of crawl into this crawl space.
All right. How much movement are we gonna call that then?
That'll be the rest of your movement if you make a successful athletics check. climb
Well,
up,
she was
or
gonna
acrobatics.
use dash movement to go in there, if that's
Okay, well, she wouldn't be able to climb up then.
okay. Then she's here.
Okay. All right,
For the rest of you.
Foodle.
All right. Foodle's gonna give Mazra a thumbs up. Nice work. And go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And he's gonna dash 5, 10, bloop, 15, and then climb up here for the rest of his movement. I don't know.
You can't climb and dash.
Well, climbing is
If
just
you
movement.
dash, then you can't climb.
Oh, okay.
That makes
All right.
sense.
Then he's right there.
Because you need to use a skill check to climb.
Okay.
Okay. And Mazra.
Okay, so she'll go. Oh, wrong. I can't move myself. I think I'm
Oh, she's
between
stuck in the
maps,
wall.
possibly. Yeah.
Are you stuck in a wall? Okay.
Help! I'm stuck. Okay, we're fine.
All right, there you go. All right.
Okay. She's gonna pause here.
Yeah.
Wait, did they already exit, or are we all back here together?
We're all together right here.
You're all there together, yeah.
Okay.
haven't climbed up yet.
So she is going to indicate. So as like her action, she's
I know,
going to-
Woof the wall hacker getting stuck in a wall is
I know.
just appropriate.
So
Yeah.
she's going to indicate for them to keep going, and as her action, she's going to either use a flint and tinder or like a torch to light a torch and like basically set all this hay and on fire.
Along with all the precious artifacts,
Are there artifacts in here? Like,
Well, yeah, this is
I-
okay. Well, we
well, I
covered.
thought you
this.
said we didn't find
but-
stuff. I thought it was like clothes.
Yeah,
you
we found a
didn't-
bunch of food and food
you
storage
found-
stuff here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, you found some valuables as well, but you took them already.
Yeah, we already.
All right. Yeah. All right. So you start a fire. Excellent. The guards make their attempt to bust through again. Yeah, and they do. And you hear the thrash of both of them just heave ho and smash through the crates, and both of them appear down here because they rolled a nat 20 with plenty of movement. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Where did you start the fire?
I think she was gonna try and like somewhere around here because she wants to block so they can get out without people being able
Okay.
to follow them.
All right, yeah. And he kind of stops short with this fire bursting up in front of him because it's hay, right? So it
Yeah.
doesn't. And like a proper tinder box, since you have like a proper tinder box, like that sprays tons of sparks, right? It's no little like one spark thing. It's like a proper like flint, and it just sprays sparks everywhere. And there's a bunch of. So these guys, they're like, whoa, fire, and they start trying to stamp the fire out. Kiona.
All right, well then she is going to use her cantrip Control Flames to make the fire bigger so that they cannot do that.
Holy. Oh my god.
Oh yes.
Oh my god, you psychos. The discretionary strike again.
Aha! Never leave a
This is the
building
barrier
unburned.
that was chosen, so
We're using our discretion to choose
Yeah. Yeah.
chaos.
that's right.
All right.
Exactly.
Yep.
Today we are the
All right,
winds of chaos.
So that's your action.
So,
Bonus
so
action,
can
move
she
action.
use a move action to get through the hole? Can she get through there?
No, because you need to use your action.
That's
to
a
climb.
whole. That's the action to climb. She's just
Yeah,
gonna tell the other
yeah.
ones to go then. Go.
Okay. Foodle.
Foodle does as told and climbs.
All right. Yeah. Roll your athletics or acrobatics check.
Come on.
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay.
So you managed to climb up here.
Pulls himself up. And that's his action?
Yeah.
Okay. And then he'll go whoop whoop whoop. He's gonna go running down the hallway.
Okay. And Mazra.
Mazra dagger herself up there.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
Boop. Wait, so
Right.
it's,
Yeah,
that
and
was
you
our-
have the rest of your movement as well,
Okay.
because that's your action.
Yeah, okay. She's gonna wait here though for Kiona.
Okay. And the guards attempt to put the fire out, but I'm going to say they automatically fail because of that control flames. But if they get another chance to do it, they will succeed this time. So, Kiona.
All right. If the fire seems to be keeping them at bay, then she will climb out.
Okay.
And follow
Roll
everybody
your
else.
athletics or acrobatics.
Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Just assuming
Oh.
you succeed. Come on.
Ah.
There you go.
I had
All
other
right.
plans, so.
You have successfully escaped from the Vintners Guild mansion. You
Somehow.
traverse through this. I'm
Kiona
just
is
gonna-
going to make extra sure that a package from Findle Bakes containing that pastry that the guard captain loves so much gets delivered to his place on like a weekly basis.
a little bit of a
As an apology for all of the extra gnomes that she promised she would make go away. For like a year,
Yeah.
he's gonna get this pastry every week.
Yeah, so cut back to the guard captain up in his room. He managed to secure his agreement to not come out of his room. Goes to the window. What is all this commotion out here? and draws the curtains back and just holds his hands to his head. Like, who is it? Like Josh Brolin in like The Haunting of Hill House or something like that, would smash through the window and like saw his reflection inside, and he's just like this look of horror as he holds his head, and he's just the gnomes, the gnomes. All right, you
Oh my
crawl
God.
through this underground passageway that Shiraz Shadeheart mapped out for you. Well, he didn't map out the passage. He told you it was there. Basically, barely enough for Mazra and Kiona to walk through hunched over. Foodle, you can walk through upright.
Aha.
It brings back perhaps disconcerting memories of the escape tunnel under Lumbrel for you. It's about that size, and eventually you emerge the other side into the moonlit parkland surrounding the Vintners Guild Manor estate.
Ollie, you should use your flashback to set up an Uber for us.
You know what's funny? That's exactly what I was gonna do. So the only thing, one of the reasons I didn't use the flashback was because I thought Foodle would not. But he's not really a planner, you know. He doesn't think ahead. So like the only thing he thought to
You
do
don't say.
was he assumed obviously we succeed because he believes that we'll always succeed in whatever we do. And so he set up like a nice horse and carriage to pick us up, you know, with some porters there to clean any stink off of us, that sort of thing, right? And yeah, we'll head back home in style.
All right. Nice. All right. So you have
We're all in the meantime, like
Return
sitting in
home.
this carriage, like.
I know, right? Oh God.
yeah, you all sit in this carriage just staring at each other in shocked silence. Almost like when you've been through something like this and it's like nobody dares actually break the silence.
We all know we made mistakes. There were mistakes made, and we all just are sitting there like.
We will never speak of this again.
This is...
Well, it didn't go how we planned, but I mean that's our style, and we did it. So
You know what? We used our discretion. I'm proud of
Exactly.
us.
yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Now I guess we just gotta figure out what this thing is.
Indeed. But there'll be time for that once we've rested.
Yeah.
I really hope the card captain takes me up on that. Forgetting everything weird that happened tonight thing.
It's
I want to make
possible
sure
that
Findle Pig sends him some extra ones of those pastries.
Yeah.
Sure,
yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
man. So we head back and we.
So yeah, you head back, you rest. How, like, what are you doing? You have this crystal that caused the ring to glow.
Kiona is
What are you
going
doing with that? You have a
to-
little bit of information on like how some of these things got smuggled in here. There are a couple potential sources of who might have shepherded this item into the manor.
Well, they also took the guest book as well, which they didn't have time to study at the time.
Mhm.
So probably looking
True.
at that stuff and the ledger.
We never
and-
put it back. We just have.
There was Majir had a plan to, and it just didn't. It didn't
No.
quite go that way.
I
so-
mean,
Alright.
yeah.
Okay. Well,
I
we have
love
that
it.
too then.
All right.
Oh God, it's so good.
Oh. Okay. Guest book adding to bag of holding. Nerd.
You know what? I imagine that we've got that little treasure room library, and eventually, I think as they go through stuff, they'll have to take stuff out as well. So there's just like a statue head on like on a table, and some weird books and random crap.
shit that we've collected by
Yeah.
accident.
Yeah. Oh my God.
All right. So what is step one?
Kiona is going to send a message to Shiraz Shadeheart in hopes that they can meet again in the near future. Basically, that's all. I just want to get that out there. She's sending a note. To him.
How do you send that? How do you send that? Like by courier?
Yeah, probably one of the little street urchins she knows for Mr. Shadeheart. She'll just hand him a message, an extra little bit of coin, and ask him to deliver it to there.
All right. Yeah.
If
Okay.
all else fails, I know how to get him to listen to us. We can unleash the gnome surprise on him.
We want him to be on our side, though, so we're gonna try not to do that right away.
Gnome land security is out of control.
Oh dear.
No, Michelle and Hannah at the
This game, yeah, this is the fucking best.
The Department of Homeland Security. Okay.
She'll give him like a silver.
Yeah.
piece, I
So
guess, to
you
go.
you send this message away, and you wait an hour. You wait a couple hours. There is, at least in the near term, no response.
Okay.
But you don't know if he's blowing you off or if it's just taking some time to get back to you yet.
Aren't there people who can like identify stuff? Well, I guess this isn't something we can really trust someone else to, huh?
I think we should contact Eladir.
Ooh,
Right. That's probably a good idea.
yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah,
I don't know
that-
what the did she tell us the best way to get in touch with her, or
I assume so because we were pretty in cahoots the last time we talked to her.
right.
Yeah.
So like more of a like
Can you guys just give me 5 minutes?
Yeah.
I need to take a real quick 5-minute break here.
Yeah, you're fine.
You
No
guys can
problem.
talk amongst yourselves about what you want to do and what your next steps are,
Yeah.
Alright.
and I will be back shortly.
Okay. Do you want to
Yeah.
deafen him, Flumps?
Sure.
I think Majra would suggest doing it like telling her that to come at her own convenience so that it's not
I didn't mean for you to do that, actually.
because
Too
literally
late
like
now.
he wants to make sure they're not being too obvious. So just telling Eladir like, oh, we can say like invite her to dinner.
Right. We'll
At first,
definitely
an
send
excuse or
a
whatever.
message for her to come and see us without having all that access.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mazra, once the heat has died down, Mazra is also planning to all that fancy shiz they stole. She's going to redistribute that wealth to people who need it more.
Ooh, yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
No, I just server deafen him. That way he's still here.
If we're looking at the thing, well, I guess we're gonna wait. Are we gonna wait till Eladir gets here to look at it?
Yeah, because I didn't know if it was going to be the same day. I don't know if we
Right. I
needed the
would think
whole
that we
time,
would
like-
want to get rest, and then like the next
yeah,
day.
yeah.
kinda put
Can we
things
take a
into
short
action.
rest? Could we like?
we.
I don't know.
I don't know. I would think. I don't know.
True.
What
If
time
that
is
was
it by
Ghost
this
Pepper.
point? Is it like
Yeah.
is it like middle of the night at this point? Like when is it?
How long were we there? We were only there a couple of hours.
But when did we
Hmm.
leave? When did we get there? Was
But
it
they're
during the
throwing
day?
a party, so it would have to have been night.
I thought it was
And
nighttime.
there were
So, like,
torches, so it has to be night that it was. At.
yeah, so I would say like invite her the next day for dinner and see if she
Yeah.
can come.
So we must have been there in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Has Kali deafened me?
No.
What?
I cannot.
No, what are you talking
Yeah.
about? What?
I would
You
never.
guys-
What are you
I don't
talking
know
about?
what you mean.
No.
We were just chilling. We
Okay.
were just chilling.
Wow. Okay. I mean, wow. All right. Sorry about that, guys. I just needed a minute.
You're fine.
Wait a minute. I'm looking at what Megan said in the chat. Busted.
What? No, I don't know what do you mean. I don't know. Megan's,
We
Megan's
didn't do
trolling.
anything.
She's trolling.
I
Busted.
even said that that's not.
Megan?
I said no. I didn't actually mean to do it. Of course we didn't do
Yeah.
it.
Megan never trolls.
You're our dearest DM.
Right, and then I said I,
I
didn't
muted-
really mean that. At any
All right.
rate,
Where are we, friends?
Okay, so
I would-
we figured. Oh, go ahead, Colin.
Well, I was just gonna say, I think we should get a hold of Eladir. However, we
Mhm.
usually do that.
Yeah,
Okay.
and we were thinking.
You
'cause it's
usually
prob-
just go visit.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if we want to bring this into.
we're gonna
What's
send
his
her
face
to a message to come to dinner at our place the next
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
Because we don't
'Cause we
want to
figure
go
it's-
visit her.
Pretty late at this point. And I don't think Monster wants this stuff anywhere near Underlore.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are you doing?
We're inviting Eladir to dinner the next day. After
Okay.
we're assuming we got home like in the middle of the night.
Oh yeah. Did,
yep.
did we get a long rest? Can I push that?
Well,
button?
you rested, and then the next
Oh,
morning
that's
sent the message
right.
to Shiraz,
Right.
Okay,
Oh,
okay,
right,
okay,
right,
all right.
sent the message,
Okay.
and then sent the message to Eladir.
Okay.
Okay, good.
All right.
So you're inviting her to dinner like
Right.
that night?
Then-
Yes.
Yeah. Mazra will then
Sure.
spend the day
'Kay.
going through the ledger and the book of
Okay.
people.
So here is a list. I'm gonna post it in Roll20 chat for you, but I will read it out loud for
Okay.
chat. Okay. So you have in the guest list Adelard Kleist, Eau Claire Fitzroy, Delane Lugan, Flora DeRoy, and Pretaxitos.
Valora.
Oh, these are all familiar names.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Oh.
I don't like that. Or I mean, I guess I kind of like it, but also that's not good.
Don't Pepe die?
Right. We're not.
Pepe live, Cauliflumps.
Sorry, I'm just like.
No, don't apologize.
I know,
We
I know.
understand.
Okay.
Because we can always do that. I don't know if you want to do the dinner this time or next time, or what your thoughts
Right.
Oh no, yeah, no. This won't take. long.
are. Okay,
I've got this. I've got this.
got it.
Believe me, I'm feeling as rotten as
Right.
Cauliflumps is. So.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. So there's the guest list.
Okay, cool.
At least those are the names that stand out to you.
Okay, sounds good.
And sometime after you waited for Mr. Shadeheart to get back to you, heard nothing back from him, then you sent the missive to the invitation to Eladir. It's about mid-afternoon, so you sent the message in the morning. It's about mid-afternoon when you get a very short reply back. The street urchin dashes up to Angevine house, knocks on the door. Returning postage for you, man. And he holds up a little note, folded neatly.
She'll give him another silver. Send him on his way.
Yeah. Okay. And the note simply says, "Whenever you're ready."
Okay. Oh. Is that all we got right now?
That's all the letter says.
Okay. All right. She will share that with Mazra and Foodle that from Shadeheart. And then I don't think it's gonna be that day because they're gonna go and talk to Eladir. Are they? Question mark.
Okay.
Yeah. I think
Or having
we
Eladir
gotta-
come by.
Yeah, we need to talk to Eladir first. I think.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay.
But also, I'm like sick and tired.
Right.
I don't know if I'm thinking straight.
All right. Sure. So then time passes to dinner time, and Eladir comes knocking on your door.
We'll invite her in and have dinner, and then we'll show her our
Yeah,
secret in the
she-
library.
So when she enters, she looks around at you and, "Oh my goodness! I heard there was a absolutely terrible commotion at the Vintners Guild mansion. You three wouldn't have anything to do with that, would you?
I don't see why any of that would ever be credit to any of us.
I heard the mansion was absolutely swarming with gnomes and their strange inventions.
Oh, well.
Oh,
She'll kind of
right.
giggle a little bit. I mean, that sounds interesting, but I don't know how that has anything to do with us.
You know, gnomes always wanting to share their inventions with people.
Yeah.
She'll, Kiona will, like, conspiratorially wink at Eladir.
And Eladir will just kind of giggle a little bit. You three are so exciting. Okay, what did you find?
Right, so we'll go to our secret library, not so secret library, and reveal the crystal we found to her. Yes?
And you
Guys?
unwrap it, her whole face lights up.
Do you
And
know what that is?
Elven researcher sort of bends over and looks at it. Yes, it's like the crystal formations we found embedded inside the mutated goblins.
Right.
Most
Most
and
what? You broke up?
fascinating.
Okay.
Fascinating.
Just making sure that's what you said.
Fascinating.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
And this caused the ring I gave you to glow?
it did.
Hmm. That is interesting.
Well, what?
Well, I can see why it might cause the ring to glow if this Arusian is connected to the goblin invasion somehow and the winds of chaos.
Oh. Huh.
I feel like this is definitive proof that Arusian is somehow connected to all of this.
Right. Well, I mean, we kind of figured that much, I think. Do you know what it does? Like, what the crystal is for? Why? It clearly holds power, but I don't quite understand it.
I'm afraid I don't either. The shards of crystal that we were able to recover from the goblinoids were much smaller and far more degraded than this. If you'll allow me to study this. She looks at you with like big, hopeful puppy dog eyes.
Well, I don't think we can leave it out of the house, but if you want to come here and study it, she'll look at Mazra and Foodle for approval for that plan. I'm not sure I see if there's anything wrong with that.
Maybe safer. We could give you a space to work here.
I think I might be able to arrange some sort of excuse to spend some time working away from the prying eyes of the Unbroken Circle.
You're always gonna be welcome in, and we'll make sure you get fed and stuff too while you're here if you need it.
Of course. I most certainly appreciate that. Now, perhaps I could get down to work, and she's like rubbing her hands.
Sure, but please let us know if you come upon anything interesting, or, I mean, maybe I'll help you a little bit if I can. Study it. Sometimes.
She looks at you with kind patience. She says, Of course, Miss Kiona. I would be so happy to have a little research assistant like you. Roll insight. Okay, that's an 18. You can tell that she is humoring you because she believes you can't read. So there is, of course, limited usefulness that an illiterate research assistant would have, but you can tell that she's being like genuine in her way, and she'll find odd jobs for you to do to help out, or quote unquote help out, like a small child helping out with the baking in the kitchen.
Right. Y'all are lucky. Kiona isn't, in response to this, gonna reach out and touch the damn thing. Like, let's just talk about how close it is. She's exhibiting some self-control right now.
So proud of her.
All right. Now to round off this session, because I'm starting to feel it as well as Kali is here, and I don't want to keep him too long.
Sorry,
But to round off this session, the next morning, who's going to visit Shegrazd?
I mean, Kiona and Mazra, most certainly. I'm not sure if Foodle would be.
No.
I mean, we can bring Foodle, but usually that doesn't help with the Shiraz factor that much.
Right.
Monster will go if Kiona asks her to go with her.
Oh, she definitely will. After the last encounter there, Mazra's the only reason that Kiona's still alive.
All right. So you approach Shegrazd, the very exclusive lounge tavern, right in the heart of Lysantia. Once again, located strategically directly across the plaza from the Temple of Light, so that the stodgy old church people can see this den of sin and iniquity right across the way. How do you enter?
Through the kitchen door, as usual.
Through the kitchen door, as usual. Okay, yeah, you enter through the kitchen door, and the kitchen staff by now, like the little gnome head chef, just grumbles at you. His sort of leathery, craggy face, like scrunching up, grumpily, and he mutters under his breath, "Pair of donkeys." And the rest of the kitchen staff, they kind of regard you rather impassively. They're almost like, they're not exactly like happy or perturbed or in particular to see you. They're just used to you randomly walking into the kitchen from time to time now through the back entrance. And they kind of just stay out of your way. As you pass by the exit from the kitchen into the bar area, you see Tisiphone working there. She turns, regards you coolly, but says nothing, and turns around and goes back to work.
Then Kiona's next move is going to be go straight to the office and knock on the door.
Okay. Come in. Come in.
And they do.
Ah. Mazra and Kiona. My two loveliest lady guests. What can I do for you today?
Shadeheart. Oh, Mr. Shadeheart. Well, I was just wondering if you had any information about that there book that we lived here last time that maybe you would share with us.
Oh, I've been perusing it. Very, very interesting. Very interesting. It's got an incredible story about a garden in it. It's a garden called Eden. Have you heard of it?
I don't think I have. Ghost Pepper.
Yes. Well, in any case, he just sort of grins this big, wide tooth grin. In any case, I'm afraid I'm gonna need a little bit more time to really plumb the depths of this book.
I insight check this, man.
Sure.
I don't know what it'll solve, but I'm just gonna do it. If I can find my character sheet.
Can we see the book in the room?
Roll perception. He doesn't seem to be lying to you.
Okay.
He doesn't seem he's at a, I would say, a standard baseline level of caginess for Shiraz Shadeheart.
Okay.
Like he seems like he's up to something. He seems like he's holding something back. He seems like this concealment is behind a facade of playful lewdness, but this is all par for the course. Kiona, you do not see the book in his office.
I rolled a 20, a dirty 20, you guys. So
I know
don't
you
see
did.
The book.
Yeah.
I just was saying it for chat.
Yeah.
Edification.
That's fair. Yeah. So Shiraz Shadeheart, you take a moment to peek at his expansive library of books behind him, behind his desk, but you don't catch a glimpse of the book among the many tomes that are shelved behind there.
Mr. Shadeheart, that book was awfully important to us. I'm not sure how long.
I recognize that, but I need a bit more time. A couple more days at most. Then you can have it straight back.
All right.
Now, did you find anything at the Vintners Guild Mansion?
Kiona's going to pull out of the bag of holding one of the... Oh, maybe she shouldn't touch it. She might ask Mazra to grab it with a piece of fabric or something. One of the crystals from the dead bodies that we got out of the dude guys. One of the crystals, the little crystals that we have. And they'll show it to him, and she'll be like, well, we found a somewhat larger version of this.
Oh, would you?
Hmm.
Just this kind of tarnished black crystal doesn't seem like the sort of thing that they would have there. Now, just to remind you, and you don't need to roll an
It, like,
intelligence
drained
check for
of
this
its
because it's
life,
right in front of your face. Yeah, like this, the ones that you pulled out were like faded to almost being black
Right.
and like coal-like in their lack of luster and clarity.
Right.
The crystal that you picked up from the manor is like clear. It reflects and refracts the light into like a prismatic spectrum of one color.
Right. Well, these used to be, it seemed at least, infused with some kind of energy that they've lost. But the one that we have still has it.
What does it look like?
Well, like a bigger version than this, and it's got colors and my magic, our magic.
And Shiraz Shadeheart leans back in his chair and he kind of steeples his fingers together over his lips, and he... That's very interesting. I actually happened to move a piece that sounds an awful lot like that to the Vintners Guild Manor for one of their auctions.
Well, that's interesting, isn't it? She kind of
It
looks
is.
at him and smiles a little bit.
For a price, I may even tell you who my client was.
I mean, we already owe you an awful lot, Mr. Shadeheart.
And he grins. Yes, you do.
What's your price?
Maybe your friend can step out of the room for a moment.
Kiona will look at Mazra.
Mazra will only leave if Kiona asks her to leave.
Mm-hmm.
And then she gives Shadeheart a look that, you know, if you do anything untoward, I will stab you in the eyeball. And she will step outside.
Right. Okay. Can I ask Collie and Woof to both deafen themselves?
Give me a minute.
God, I
so
hate it when you do this because I can never relay
Oh,
messages
no.
exactly the way they were given me. Okay.
My dear Kiona. My price is simple. When I call you back here to retrieve the book that I'm studying, you come alone. You speak of nothing we will talk about to either of your friends, and you will tell neither of your friends, either in character or out, and he stares straight at the stream camera. He stares straight at the wall in a way that Kiona, you're like, what is he looking at?
What is he
and
doing?
he grins.
Okay.
And then he looks back at you. You will tell them nothing about this arrangement between us. It is our secret.
All right.
Well,
All right. Well, I guess let me know when you're ready.
very well. You can bring your friend back in now.
I don't know how to do that, but
They can't see me.
you're good. You're good. Flumps.
Okay.
Flumps.
Colleen may have passed out, so
I don't. I was gonna.
He may have passed out. He just fell
say.
asleep. He just fell asleep.
Oh my goodness.
Golly! There he
otherwise-
is. Okay.
Okay, there we go. Sorry.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, Mazra, you're permitted back into the office.
Okay. She gives a look to Kiona like, was he a gentleman or do I have to murder this man?
Yeah, Kiona would be like,
Okay.
And with steepled fingers, Shiraz Shadeheart looks at both of you with a predatory grin, his tiefling canines a little bit sharper than they ought to be for a human. He says, the client that I transported that crystal into the Vintners Guild mansion for was none other than our honorable Chancellor, Valora
I knew it.
DeRoy.
God damn.
And that is where we're ending tonight's session.
Wow.
Hmm.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, guys. well done on that heist. That was actually really fun and really informative for running that type of encounter. That was extremely
Informative.
I.e., that you should not have any faith in us whatsoever.
well, it's something that I have done in the past. In other game systems, but not in Dungeons and Dragons. And D&D is not really natively built, I would say, for kind of heist investigation kind of thing. So, but it really, like, I feel like the flashbacks really worked. I feel like my attempts to direct you towards certain things could have gone better, but that's something that is on me.
That also takes
Not
us
on-
being
not on you,
observant
you know
and
what I
not
mean?
doorknobs the whole time too. So
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I wouldn't take that too.
that's really
you know.
not on you. That's...
Oh god. But yeah, that was so fun, and I really like the flashback mechanic. I know Foodle didn't use it, but
It was fun.
that was character reasons. So
We had a lot
Ghost?
of fun tonight, Ghost Pepper.
yeah, that
Yeah.
was so-
Well, thank
Oh.
you so much.
oh gosh,
Yeah, sorry, I'm way out of it too.
I know
Yeah.
I'm passing out, man. I'm
Y'all should get
passing
some
out.
rest.
I
Yeah,
really
do.
absolutely.
I'm going to bed right now. Like,
Oh,
Yeah.
Jackalope, Kiki, welcome at the last minute.
Well, thank you all both for
Kiki
sticking it out.
Yes, thank you so much, Ghost Pepper and Flumps, for sticking it out while you guys are not feeling well. I'm so appreciative that we did this game this week.
Well, we missed a few weeks here, and like, I don't know. I was like, we have to do this, you know?
yeah.
Yeah, I really
We gotta get back in.
Yeah, we gotta get it moving again. Chugging
Yeah.
along.
Yeah.
You guys, I get to
Um,
start a new job tomorrow too, so I gotta get sleep too. I'm so
Heck yeah.
excited.
Yep. Gotta get some good sleep.
Yeah.
Gotta get ready to start your day.
Mm-hmm. You guys, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us. Everybody in the chat that was here, I think we're just gonna shut it down. Everybody's really tired, and obviously a couple people are not feeling super well, so we're just gonna end it here tonight. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Everybody that was in the chat lurking this whole time, everybody that came along, even at the last minute, Kiki and Jackalope. Crew, I know you were here for a while there at the end too. Blue, thank you so much for that raid. You are amazing. And I hope that you all have a lovely, lovely night. Thank you, Striker, for helping us with some of the rules, even though we sometimes don't like it when you help us with some of the rules.
What do you mean we don't like it? I like it.
When she reminds us that the concentration drops when I
I just say, yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, God.
I mean, okay. I don't mind. I don't.
I know,
mind.
I don't mind actually. I just,
No.
I just, you know, I didn't even think about it. Apology accepted. Yes. We love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. We'll see you all next week over on Ghost Pepper's channel.
Yep.
Question mark?
Depending on if I'm still alive after all this.
We hope so, for sure. For
Sickness.
sure. Is next week still good? I just, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
I don't have anything going on.
All right, you guys. So let's, did I see? Yeah. There's the links. If anybody doesn't have Ghost Pepper already followed, please follow all of these links. We love you guys for hanging out. We'll see you next week on Ghost Pepper's channel. Thank you for being here. Bye.
Bye, friends.